That's like half the reason we don't like invite people to dinner that often anymore, because it's like, yeah, we just did an entire podcast at dinner and now we don't know what to say to each other.
Hey, like I was saying off air.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we did talk about a bunch of concerts we got coming up, man. There's so many fucking good shows, dude. It's
so many.
Meshuggah gonna be playing over here. They were saying this is like the, I don't know what they're calling it, the craziest concert season of all time or something, because nobody could tour for 3 years or whatever the fuck.
It's
so
been
like,
nuts.
Everybody's fucking going to town, so there's just mad shows.
November.
Are you going?
Yep.
I'll be there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were going.
Let's do something on Saturday.
We're going to see Frozen Soul on Saturday.
What the fuck is that?
Who's
They're
that?
like a
Power
heavy,
metal?
No, not power metal.
Is that Let It Go?
No,
Let It Go.
No, but like a much heavier version of that.
They're just doing that. They're just doing all Frozen songs in a metal version. That's the band we should start.
Are you
boys.
staying there the whole weekend?
Yes, I am. I'm staying Friday, Saturday, Sunday at my friend Paul's brother-in-law's house.
Because it's 2 shows or something, right?
Yeah, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Well, Shane, our fucking homie Shane, was saying he might have a hookup on tickets because they sell Metallica's whiskey where he works. And I'm like, dude, fuck, what's up? Because
getting that special blackened hookup.
Indeed.
For sure.
Duffing it, I'm not going to this. Like, that's huge. You guys are going, but I fucked it up and I'm not going.
Sure, there's tickets.
We'll be swooping in last second with superior free seats via Shane. Shout out Shane if you're listening.
Talking backstage passes and shit.
Right.
You fucking.
Well, Pantera, man. Got to go to see Pantera.
Are they opening?
And fucking Mammoth, dude.
Yeah.
That new
absolutely.
album's great.
Well, he's playing here at the intersection. That's another show.
Yeah.
He's playing
Really?
at the intersection here in at Elevation, and that's
when?
another one. It's like everything's like September, October, November, dude.
Oh,
It's just
seeing
like,
him at Elevation would be
we're
awesome.
going, dude.
When is
I
that?
gotta
When
go
is
see
that?
that.
When is that? I want to go.
I'm forgetting the dates on everything. There's
It's
so
probably
much
right
shit
around
there.
the time the Metallica show.
Yeah, we're going to see that. We're gonna fucking catch some Tech 9. We're gonna catch fucking Meshuggah, fucking Death Clocks playing.
Yep.
The Mars Volta.
Are they at 20 Monroe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they're back together.
Saw Deftones has something they're doing, Dia de los Deftones,
some
which is pretty
festival or
hilarious.
something. Yeah.
In Michigan?
Yeah.
I think it's just in San Diego.
Oh,
That would make sense.
Yeah.
San Diego.
yeah.
From my understanding, that is Spanish for a whale's right?
Got to throw it down, make the road trip out there, catch some Chino for sure, dude.
San Diego's fucking beautiful if you've never been.
Everybody that's ever gone is like, it's fucking the best. It's
Our
like
boy
the best
Dauber
weather.
lives and/or lived out there.
Yeah.
For a high. I'm
Yep,
not sure if he's
yep.
still out there, but yeah, it's supposed to be pretty goddamn gorgeous.
That's why it's so expensive, because the fucking whatever.
Ross, hook me up with that Wi-Fi, dog.
Yo, it's I can't say it on air, bro. They're gonna fucking be.
Thing. I'm trying to look up when Wolfie's
It's
playing.
obviously the one that says Morgan.
Yep. I'm ready.
To be honest with you, I don't know what the password is.
No, do the thing. You have an iPhone. Do the thing.
There's a thing.
Yeah. Go to your.
You can share it.
Yeah.
There's the riveting stuff here. Riveting
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
on the.
I guess we are
fucking-
on, aren't we?
Are you bumping up against that data limit or what? I mean, is there not
dude, a thing just
AT&T
popped up.
just
It said
says fucking
share,
form. Yeah, do it. Hit it.
share
4
password.
to
Hit it.
5G going
Hit it.
on here?
It don't
Wow.
Mind blown.
fucking AT&T's
Mind
absolute
blown.
dog shit.
Dude, I had to
So-
shit can AT&T up in this spot.
about
Fuck
to.
AT&T,
About
bro.
It's a Verizon house.
It's November 11th, right in between the two shows.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
So
going
he's
to
gonna
that
go
for
to-
sure.
He's
So
gonna
it'll be
come to-
Detroit and then Grand
I'd rather
Rapids.
go to that than Frozen Soul.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do that.
Well, I'm not gonna go Detroit, Grand Rapids,
should, you
Detroit,
fucking
Grand
pussy.
Rapids.
Yeah, dude. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
Go see fucking
Gotta man
Mammoth.
up sometimes, dude.
He's going to see Mammoth anyway.
Yeah.
actually.
Gotta see him again.
So let's go to Frozen Soul.
Indeed, that would make a lot more
Where's
sense.
that at? Token?
El Club.
Oh, okay.
It's in Mexican Town.
The fuck is Frozen Soul? Are they local?
No, they're not. They're just like a death metal band.
Okay.
They're pretty fucking heavy.
Indeed, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then also seeing Peter Gabriel. That's a big
Yeah.
one on my fucking
Little
list,
Caesars,
so-
right?
Yeah. Yep. Been trying. He's like one of my. I don't know. He's like top 3 artists for
And his
me
new
of all
music's
time.
great, too.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Loving it. It's just awesome that he's still putting out like really great shit at this age when he doesn't have to. You know,
It's who he is, dude.
Yeah, and I know, right?
You know, that's what the greats are all about. It's
Yeah.
who they are.
Indeed. Yeah, pretty big fucking fan, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Hopefully he doesn't like hopefully it's not just bad, you know. Like,
Dude, I don't think it will be. I saw them. Saw Peter Gabriel. What was it for the Up?
tour? That's one of my big
Palace.
regrets of life.
Oh,
not
bro, it
going
was
to
so
that.
good.
Yeah,
It was so good.
yeah. I got that on DVD. I've watched it 100 times. You know, like it's one of the best shows fucking ever.
Yeah,
you know? But
like the whole hamster ball thing.
yeah. But that was 20 plus years ago or something. It's crazy how long ago that was.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think that album came out when I was a senior in high school, I think. So
Yeah, I was
it
still living at my
2002. So it's over 20 years ago, like
Yeah.
almost exactly. Yeah.
Damn, fuck.
I know.
Time flies, I
Yeah.
guess.
He's not getting any younger, you know. So that's definitely a bucket list. you
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah, you got to go.
pretty stoked about that. Yeah, and then Meshuggah I've seen like 5 fucking times, but I probably want to go
They
see
never
them
get old.
again. Yeah. Just live, it's just like Jesus Christ.
I saw them on their first leg of the tour, you know, for the new album with Converge. Man, it was just so heavy. And
Yeah.
just so awesome.
It's a debilitating amount of metal to see live, dude. It's a whole lot of metal
Yeah.
in the best possible way.
And their like light show, the way they like, I don't. They had these like awesome light panels behind them.
Nice.
The lights are going with the
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
the drums.
And
Holy
that
cow.
first song, you know, up front, Broken Cog, it's just like that, you know, and like they're just, it's
Yeah.
Oh man, it was, and I was like 4 giant White Claws deep. I was just like, headbanging the whole time because I can do that now.
Yeah.
You gotta love the dichotomy of crushing a White Claw at a Meshuggah show.
Hey man,
what I did
also
too,
a White
yeah.
Claw
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
not breaking your balls.
That's what I
It's
was
White
drinking at
Claw, man.
Snoop, you know, over beer. You know, I'm like, I don't really
There's
want
kind
beer.
of nothing
you know, like-
better on a hot summer day
Yeah.
than a nice, cold,
Yeah.
refreshing White
And-
Claw
and hey,
seltzer.
man,
that
I
gets
mean,
the job done.
I
son.
just you drink a beer like especially 24 ounces of it, you
done
feel it.
for it.
You know?
Get that carb coming. Going.
Yep.
So, because I've done that with Pabst Blue Ribbon when I went and saw Symphony X and Haken at the Majestic Theater. I was with Brian and Pat, and I think Pete was there, and a whole bunch of other people we know, you know, and we're just like, keep them coming, you know, tall cans of Pabst Blue
PBRs.
Ribbon. All of us the next day were like, hey, are you hungover? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, feeling like shit, dude.
You
Yeah.
know, you paint the toilet in the morning. And, you know.
PBR will do that to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Dude, I tried to buy fucking we went and saw Incubus here at the Van Andel, and it was fun. It was a weeknight, and like, you know, we had a few drinks before, whatever, and fucking I go up to get, these guys are drinking fucking skunk ass beer, first of all. It was the worst beer ever. And then fucking I go up, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a couple fucking big ass White Claws, right? And they were like $20 each, and I literally was like, she told me the fucking price, and I'm not fucking cheap, but like
Yeah.
she told me the thing, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I literally was maybe the first time I've ever done this, I was just like, I'm sorry, but no,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah, that's
like,
insane.
It's ridiculous.
I saw the bank statement a couple days later. I was literally going to call Van Andel and be like, I'm pretty sure I got double charged here.
Dispute
dude.
the charges.
$20 fucking dollars for a tall boy.
I
You gotta
told
be
his ass
shitting.
about it during the thing, and you said to me, you go, that's tomorrow's shit. That's tomorrow's problem.
YOLO. Oh, man.
To be fair, I wish I was far more drunk at that show than I was, you know, like,
Yeah. Sobriety was not an option for
Yeah, for some
Incubus show
Incubus,
20
yeah.
years after the fact. It had to be done.
Was it not good? Were they
no,
not
it was
good?
good.
pretty
It's just,
good.
you
That
know,
was
it's Incubus. I didn't have any fucking weed either,
as
which
good
is
as
kind of, you
Incubus
kind of
can
want
be,
weed for
you know, it's fine.
Incubus, you know, and
Yeah.
like, no, it was sweet, but it was just, again, it was like a Wednesday night, and it was kind of like,
Yeah, school night.
yeah, and you know, it's like fucking like, this is how fucking old I'm getting. I'm like, I don't really want to stand on the floor anymore. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah,
want
get
seats,
the seats.
you know, like, so
Pay
all-
extra for
all
the
of that.
mezzanine. You know?
And then your buzz is coming down from drinking at dinner and stuff, and like watching some shitty opening bands and stuff, and I'm just kind of like,
That's why I got to keep those $20 Bud
I know.
Lights coming and
I
keep
know.
that buzz rolling, baby.
We were trying to catch it was fucking Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, opening the show
For
And-
Incubus?
Yeah, and we got there late, and so we didn't see any of her thing. But I wanted to see it to see what the fuck it was all about. But
I'm bummed, man. There's
I
a
know.
real
I feel like that would.
curiosity factor
I
there.
feel like that's probably like. I mean, I have no idea. I've never heard anything. I didn't even know she existed.
Yeah.
But I imagine like her music, if she's opening for Incubus, was probably like the equivalent of Vanilla Ice doing metal.
Yeah, well,
Remember that?
Yeah. What you say? Yeah, that's a whole other rabbit hole of him becoming a juggalo and shit. Don't let me go down that rabbit hole. But my thought was like, I'm betting you she's doing some kind of pop punk Machine Gun Kelly style thing or something. That was my guess, which is a good guess, but not true. I looked it up the next day. Yep, the next day I was like, all right, I got to know because we didn't see it because our fucking idiot friend couldn't get the tickets pulled back up. It's a fucking long story, and. I looked at it and it's actually way more of a like singer-songwriter kind of, it's almost like that combined with like Billie Eilish, like really like whispery kind of vocals and stuff, which it was a little to be honest with you, but it wasn't bad, you know, it was just kind of like I don't know. There's my review of Paris Jackson's. But I was like, I wanted to know. I was morbidly curious. And then this band Bad Flower opened, and we had seen these guys.
They do cover songs, right?
I mean, maybe they do. I don't know.
It would have been a lot cooler if they would.
Yeah, they're an original band. I don't know if they got a couple covers or something, but like we saw.
Oh, I'm thinking of the band that did that zombie cover.
Vomitron.
You know what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, Jimmy and the Suck Asses.
Yeah, exactly.
I hated that song.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
What zombie song did they cover?
The Cranberries.
The Cranberries.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking White Zombie, but I got you.
What's sort of
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah.
No, this is some band. I saw them open for a Perfect Circle at the Masonic Temple in like 2018 or something like that when Perfect Circle was touring the last time, and it was pretty cool. They're kind of like this grungy thing, but now they're like a little more like, again, like kind of like this pop punk kind of thing or something, and like you know, it was one of those things where it was like, again, like if I was 19 maybe, I don't know, maybe
having heard it, that seems like a real surprise opener for Perfect Circle, dude.
That's what I'm saying is like we talked about it then. I was like, I think they got some kind of like couple date, they weren't like on tour with them, it was like just this show or something, and I feel like it was some sort of
Maynard seems to do that with his opening bands.
He does a lot of time,
Die Laughing or Kill Laughing or whoever opened for Tool on their last tour.
I don't know what
it was something.
The main one
like
is
that.
I saw him. He had fucking Mini Kiss come out. Were either you guys at that show in Detroit? So fucking he has Mini Kiss come out and fucking, and then nobody's giving a shit. It's fucking you know, it's a bunch of, I don't know what's the right word, midget or little people or whatever doing a Kiss band, you know.
I think little people
and so fucking
the preferred nomenclature.
Yeah, I don't know. And then so they fucking do all that, and then like nobody gives a shit. And Maynard comes out and he's doing this whole thing. I got a bone to pick with you people. I worked really hard to get Mini Kiss here for you guys. And so he's like fucking admonishing the audience and stuff
For not like being totally
into Mini Kiss, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, fucking brought out Mini Kiss and nobody appreciated it, which is fair, you know.
Well, I mean, hello, dude. You should have known.
Yeah, it was in Detroit. Mini Kiss.
Yeah.
Mini Kiss, that's a Swanson fucking.
They go by
Detroit
Smooch. Peck.
Yeah, but they were terrible. It was terrible.
Sounds terrible.
Yep. So anyway, you guys should get Mini Kiss to open your next fucking show.
No.
Sure they're available.
Yeah.
Gotta get Mini Kiss up on the pod.
Yeah, we
bro.
do.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
we do. Got to get Mini Kiss here
You
fucking
should.
immediately.
Mini Ace Freely up in here, just laying it down.
Fuck it. Why not?
Mini Peter Chris.
Mini Chris, if you will.
Do you guys got shows coming up?
No.
Nothing?
We just
Also,
been,
no.
We've just been working on, you know, getting ready to cancel on you again.
Have you been working on Yeah, we were supposed to be fucking tracking drums, and this weekend, instead we're here doing the
Should
podcast.
be setting up drums right now.
Also hammered.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know,
Shit happens.
publicly I'll just say I'm sorry for how that all turned out and all that. But I think we all got together this week, and we were like going over like the itinerary, and we hammered it out, and like it's actually going to end up being so much better. We were like so stressed out, you know, because I was
an
really,
extra 3 weeks of being prepared.
Yeah.
is gonna be,
you don't want to be not having fun.
I was literally like, no, you boys are gonna be ready, whether you're ready or not. And, and Pat was really concerned about it like a month ago, and you know, and he voiced his concern, and even Scott was saying something, and yeah, and then you know Pete ends up
Brian's building the fucking shed.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that, man, but I don't understand why it's such
Hey,
a
Brian,
pressing...
why don't you practice bass?
Yeah, it's so pressing. He's got to get this shed done. I'm
The
like,
man's got tools in desperate need of housing.
and I'm just like,
Indeed.
and I even said it to him, like, why are you in such a hurry to get this? The work will be there tomorrow. You can just do it tomorrow, and but long story short, I'm helping him on the shed.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do
Yeah.
to fucking get it done, man.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
No,
dude.
I get it. We've all had house projects, and they
Yeah,
linger.
for sure.
And
Yeah.
And if you don't jump on it, they stay there, and you just got to get it done.
That
so.
said, you also got to fucking make a metal record. You know
We
what
do
I
have
mean?
to make a metal. And honestly, I'm not really worried about Brian's preparedness. He'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, Brian's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's got that one note locked down, dude.
Yeah.
That low string.
One and
I mean, it
zero.
doesn't matter. We're just gonna
No, I'm
Jason
kidding,
Newsted his ass anyway.
Fuck yeah, dude. Turning that shit off, son. Mute button.
Yeah.
Boom.
He's gonna bring
Easy
his amp and
peasy.
everything. It'll be hilarious.
That's cute, Brian. But
Great take. Yeah, that was great.
No, it sounded good. No. I definitely messed that part up. No,
it's fine.
We'll
It's a
fix it
keeper,
in post production.
Fix it in the mix, man. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Copy paste. Oh man, Control Alt Delete, son.
And what about you? What's your fucking shit going on right now?
we're kind of the same position as Tony, but just a little further behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indeed.
Just we got about 80 minutes of music written. Probably we'll use 50 of it.
Damn.
What are you gonna do
And,
with the other 30?
It'll sit in dormant for who knows.
That should be like EP
Bonus
in
tracks.
the next album or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff written.
Start doing CDs with the bonus track on it again.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Matt hates bonus tracks.
That's the move.
He won't let it happen.
No?
Nope. I hate remixes. I hate remasters. I hate bonus tracks. I
But
hate.
what if
Yeah.
Inside Out comes calling and
Then
they're like,
yes, we will do
they're like,
whatever they
"Hey."
say.
for our Japanese release, we need a couple of bonus tracks. What do you got?
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. Even if it's just like Scott inventing
It'll be
wrestling
me.
songs
It'll
or
be
wrestling lyrics.
original lyrics of me singing the demos because my original lyrics are very off.
Dude,
the
I
wall.
haven't heard a note of your new stuff yet.
Yeah, what's up? You writing lyrics now, too?
No, I'm not writing lyrics. I'm writing melodies, not lyrics.
okay.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Doing the old James Hetfield
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
Vocals will go here.
That's what I do for sure. I just sent a demo over to Mike from Long After Midnight because I wrote a chorus and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this chorus, man. What do you think about this? And he was like, yeah, I don't know, bro. And so I was like, all right, what if we do a pop chorus? So I sent him and I literally did. It was da 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 da. Sent him the pop chorus. All right, that's
Perfect.
good. I'm like, all right, now to write some lyrics. I got nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically the only way I write. Is that how you do fucking lyrics too? Do you do melody first, or do you guys do lyrics first, or is it both? Or?
It's for me personally. It's more like a. Usually the song is first. All the music comes 1st, and then I'll come back with lyrics.
Yeah.
And find a melody and just kind of play around with it.
But you got the melody first. You don't write like it's not like here's
I have
words.
the lyrics first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they actually kind of happen at the same time because I'll have all the music and I'll have like a basic idea of the lyrics I want to do for a song, and then I'll start writing them out.
Okay.
And they'll be like, the syllable count will be crazy. They'll be like way too many syllables to fit in this section, and then I'll refine the lyrics as I'm refining the melody.
Right.
So that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah, I'm sort of backwards, and there's obviously no right way, but I'm usually always melody first.
Yeah.
Like this is what the melody is, and then fitting words to that. But if you can kind of do them at the same time, that's the best move. You
Yeah,
know, it's
because like I don't know, because I like to write lyrics out. That way, I have a place to start lyrically.
yeah, and at least you have it's almost like source material,
right, and then
yeah.
like I'll like sing it out and it won't fit or whatever
Right.
at all, and I'll be like, okay, I got to rewrite this line.
Yeah.
And then I do, and then it fits, and then I get signed to Island Records. And
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
tour the world. And,
Yeah.
I'm
Next
a
thing you know,
millionaire
you're
now.
fucking opening for ICP in Detroit.
Yeah. The dream.
The problem with doing it my way is sometimes you'll even doing like this example that I was just talking about is like I kind of wrote like a bunch of shit, and then it's like, well, now you got to rewrite the chorus, but it's like now I'm trying to write like, and it's kind of like, well, what is this about? and obviously like a lot of metal shit is vague and just kind of bullshit, or whatever, and that's fine. But like it is kind of like, okay, well I kind of had a thing and now I don't got that thing and now I don't, I got to try to write something that's so. If you start with like a bunch of lyrics or poetry or whatever or just randomness that's about a certain thing, at least you got like that to draw from. And
that's kind of what I do.
Yeah,
it's like I'll write a couple of lines that about a subject. I've even started with just a song title.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, and then
I do that as a
figure it out
challenge.
later.
Yeah, that's with
fun.
Long After Midnight. That's a big part of what is. Mike sends me songs where he has working titles, and then I'll be like, okay, well, how can I use that working title as a starting point for a challenge? Essentially,
You know what's funny about that? In high school, like I'm young. Me and my bandmates were just sophomores in high school, and we wrote this like little 3-minute little bop, and we gave it the working title of Peanut Butter and Jelly.
Yeah.
And then that became the song title.
Right, yeah.
And it was all about how like you and me, we're like peanut butter and jelly. It was really corny, very cheesy, not metal at all. But that
went to number 1 immediately.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so famous for
our
that.
smash hit
No
in high
deodorant.
school
Yeah,
was a song called Deodorant that he and I wrote together on the back of the bus.
Hell yeah.
Which is still, a number 1 single out there if you look it up. Deodorant by Pariahism was our band. You guys know what Pariahism is?
Oh, it's one of my favorite.
It's
underground, really underground.
Yeah, really underground. That was my cousin, who is a medic, gave me that title. It's some sort of like painful and I don't know what you call it. Painful erection.
Hard to listen to?
Yeah. Well, yes. No. Pariahism was our band, but a pariahism is a medical condition where you have a boner that won't go down, basically, which is basically the greatest band name of all time, even still. Like this is still the
That's a
band
top
we should
3
be
banger
in.
for sure.
Yeah.
In fairness, kind of the understated subtext of Deodorant, I feel like was lost on most people. There was a lot below the surface there when you really dig into it.
It was really quite a work of
Actually,
genius.
It's really a metaphor for life in a lot of ways.
Can we break down Deodorant like lyric by lyric at all? Or
Yes. Do you still remember it?
can we spend the next hour and a half or so?
I remember people sweat, kill their friends.
Yep.
This fucking shit never ends.
That was it. That was the
Deodorant.
song. Yeah.
And it was basically that.
And then
it kind of went into this Buddy Holly riff.
Yeah. It was, 0 to 1, do 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 do. Do 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 deodorant do 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 deodorant do do, and we had our homie Dauberstein who we were just talking about. He was on bass, didn't know how to play bass at all, and doing the same. And I was just going, no, just hit the low string 4 times. Ba 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 deodorant.
It kind of crushed. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's pretty dominant,
man.
Yeah, we got signed immediately.
Yeah, clearly.
The rest is
A&M
history.
Records. We picked you guys up. Fast.
That's gold. Can't replace those days.
No.
It's the same shit as peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck's the song? Peanut butter jelly. What's the kids thing, dude?
Peanut
Like,
butter,
you could have been a millionaire had you, like.
I was close.
You were right fucking there,
I was
dude.
that close.
Yup.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing. That's what it reminded me when he said that. It's like I was thinking, do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
No.
The Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, Bloodhound Gang. Yeah.
Pulling that out from nowhere. That was a great record.
Was it? Never heard anything other than that song.
Oh man, so many fucking funny songs on that fucking album, dude. The Ballad of Chasey Lane. You hear that? Chasey Lane was a fucking, you know who that is?
No.
She was one of the original like porn stars, like Jenna Jameson, and like, that like run of like, 90s, whatever, 80s, 90s, like superstar porn stars or whatever. And
No, you can tell it's the 70s porno.
Yeah, because
Guy's dick has sideburns.
Got the mutton chops going,
Or the classic at the end of the record was a lap dance is always better when the stripper's crying. That Bloodhound Gang record is fucking hilarious, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Look up that record sometime and actually listen to it. It's a fun time.
I might have to.
Yeah, I'm pulling all. I can't believe I actually remember all.
Is there any bands from like when you were in like high school or whatever that like when you heard them at that time you're like, this fucking sucks, but now you hear it now and you're like, a little bit of nostalgia, but like also appreciation. Like, do you like it now?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say one is like, I don't know about like, but man, I fucking hated Disturbed. And I still kind of hate Undisturbed, but like
I just heard a song from them on the radio and I didn't hate it.
That's what I'm saying. Is I also understand their productions are great.
Yeah.
The songs are pretty. Like I get all that, but like man, I fucking hated those dudes. I gotta say my taste has been pretty goddamn spot on the whole time. So not really.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just curious. I'll throw out an example for myself. Was Sublime.
Yeah.
When they were out at the time, like when Dude was alive, like I was like, yeah, I mean, that's catchy or whatever. Like, it's fine. But I'm not really into it.
It was so trendy.
But now, like...
I got that on BMG for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I could go on and on about the BMG CDs that I got.
Cake.
But Sublime, like, now I purposely put on, like, a Sublime playlist.
Yeah.
Or whatever. If I'm, like, outside, it's summertime.
Right.
I'm having a couple of beers.
Yeah.
The pool, grilling, whatever, and it's just like nothing like fits that mood.
Kind of perfect summer jams when you get right down to it.
Like California, it's like the ultimate like sunny.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I ever thought they stunk, but like Pearl Jam was never my bag, and I'm still not gonna throw on a Pearl Jam album. But when something comes on the radio, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of
the hits,
it's kind of awesome.
Like the hits. Mine is more the opposite, where I kind of pretended to be into stuff that I didn't actually like at the time because it was popular. Like Limp Bizkit and Korn are the two big examples. Where I was kind of like,
I legitimately
and that's
like
fine.
Korn back in the
That's
day.
fine. That's fine. And I like Korn more now. That might be a more example. Like it was kind of like they were so popular, and like everybody, and like my older brother and all his friends were like super into Limp Bizkit at the time and stuff, and like. I was like, but honestly, it never like did anything for me really. But it was kind of like one of those things where I was like, whatever. I was fucking 13.
Yeah, I was too into
so
Dream Theater to like Limp Bizkit.
I got into Dream Theater was a little later.
You know what's wild, dude? I got into both at like the same time.
Yeah, it was the same time.
I was like, hell yeah, I love this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm a rockhead. I'm a real musician.
Well, all that's fucking fun. That's the way to do it.
Dude, West Borland's riffs and creativity. I mean, you can't beat it.
Limp Bizkit. What they're doing now, their new shit's hilarious. Again, like they're just.
I didn't know they were making new shit.
Dude,
Wait, are they making new music?
Their new album. They put out a whole full-length album like last year. And it's fucking hilarious.
Like West Borland and
Fred Durst, it's the full band, dude. Same guys, everybody. It's called. You haven't heard Dad Bod or whatever the fuck, or Dad Vibes?
No,
dude,
no.
It's so good. The video's
I just seen
so
him
good.
at what was it, Warped Tour or whatever it is.
They're
in
playing
Chicago,
all over. Yeah,
where he was like. Had his gray hair.
Dude,
and he looked like a dad.
Funny. He's just leaning. Yeah, the song is Dad Vibes, I think, and it's fucking hilarious.
Holy shit, you're right.
Just,
they had an album come out in 2021 called Still Sucks.
Yeah, it's called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks. Yeah, which is hilarious.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta respect him leaning
mad
into it.
respect,
That's
leaning
classic,
into
man.
it, and still doing the same shit. Just like he's wearing these fucking hilarious outfits now, just being funny as hell.
They had this video
the first song on the album is called "Out of Style."
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm into
telling
this.
you, I liked it too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was never a huge fan. That same cousin who told me about Pariahism, he's from Florida, and he played in punk bands and metal bands and shit down there forever. And Limp Bizkit used to open, quote unquote, for his band for like a year or whatever. Like, but it was only like a year or 9 months before they blew up. You know? And he was like, dude, even then, Fred Durst was a prick. He was a fucking asshole.
You can see it.
Yeah,
I can believe that.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just hilarious, He's like, and then all of a sudden they're like, the biggest. They get DJ Lethal in the band, then all of a sudden, it was like just blew up. They were
you know
only
how
like,
they blew up, right?
I don't really know.
He gave, I think it was Fieldy, the bass player of Korn, gave him a tattoo and said, "Hey, check out our demo."
Oh,
no shit!
Loved it.
I didn't.
Boom.
I didn't know they were that attached.
That's how they got to. That's how they got to Ross Robinson.
Oh,
and
okay.
then they did their debut album.
Right.
$3 Bill, y'all.
Yes,
which I
indeed.
fucking love.
It is, and Faith and all that.
Faith is so stupid.
I
mean, it's great for what it is, I guess, and it took them up to that level. But like songs like Counterfeit and Pollution and Stuck.
Look at this guy's got this deep knowledge.
They did have some choice tunes on there, dude.
Dude, I fucking loved that album.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I told this story before. Do you remember Believe in Music, little music shop on Henry Street in Muskegon?
There was 3 of them. There was one
they had
here
one in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
So I walked in there, and the album cover of Limp Bizkit caught my eye. It was like when they first came out, I had no idea who they were.
Was
I'm
that
like 13 at the time or whatever.
Was that the $3 bill y'all cover?
Yeah, with the animated dude like
with the
spreading
Janko
or
James,
whatever all that
right?
shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this any good? He's like, this Limp Bizkit is the finest album to come out this year. He's going full comic story on it. I'm sold.
Comic book guy.
And I brought it home and it ruled, dude. In fairness, am I ashamed to admit it now? A little bit, but it was just back in it.
Don't.
It just got too big. I mean, that was part of it too. It was like it just got so trendy and like
It did.
TRL
Because of Faith, bro.
Yeah, well, and everybody, like every fucking idiot was trying to play the guitar, me included. It was like, like one chord, like, yeah, I can play Faith on the guitar. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It was really the douchiness of Fred Durst that kind of ruined it.
Yeah,
Like
really.
for just the album in and of itself, it was
Yeah.
like, all right, it was pretty choice for back in the day, and then Fred Durst started to speak, which was
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah. That's why Wes Borland like quit for a while and shit.
You know,
like,
I don't know if he still does, but you know, he and his wife, they like bought a house in Detroit.
Oh, really?
In the Boston Edison district, which I don't know. I mean, he's a Florida kid.
Yeah.
Like, why are you up here? But he did.
Florida and Michigan. It's the thing. I'm telling you.
Always.
I hung out with Wes Borland for a little bit.
Dude, was he fucking awesome?
Really?
He was. I mean, like I say, hung out. We talked for maybe like 2-3 minutes. One of my old bands opened for his after he quit Limp Bizkit. He started a band called Blacklight Burns, and they played the Intersection, and my band opened for his band at the Intersection. And so, and it wasn't like there wasn't a lot of people there, you know. It was, but it was it was before Elevation or any of that existed, so it was all main stage, you know. So
2011 era kind of.
yeah, probably even earlier, maybe even earlier. No, it must have been earlier for sure. So yeah, but
Mr. Borland, can I trouble you for an autograph?
So I in that band.
What kind of tuning do you play?
Well, so all of his rat gear was also labeled fucking Limp Bizkit, which was hilarious. But at that time, I was playing a little bit of keyboards. Like I was the singer in the band, but I was doing a little bit of keyboards, and I also had 2 electronic drum pads above the keyboard. And it was when I had they're the full-on Roland fucking. Not trapezoid, but the fucking old school Phil Collins fucking
Yep.
And below, and it's still that same keyboard rig we use even like with Long After Midnight, which is the rig in Hollow. It's that rack, and that's what I had the keyboard on, and I had the kick drum, which was that full size fucking octagonal Simmons kick drum in there. So it was like the old school, and all that is to say, he was like, you guys use these old school Simmons pads? Like he was like really interested in the pads. So we talked about that for a while. And then we were talking about like, he had this crazy witch costume he was wearing, like a wizard hat and all this shit. And he had his like wardrobe, it was like a rack. What do you call it? Like a traveling, touring, wardrobe thing where you open
a case.
Yeah, a road case, and that was all open back there. So we were like talking shit about his, I was like, dude, can I wear the hat? He was like, no. But yeah, no, he was super nice, it was super cool. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I hung out. It was 3-4 minute interaction of shooting the shit beyond the stage. And then I bought that record, and it was not great.
Now, but he did like a solo album too, right?
I think he's done a bunch of shit. Yeah, I don't know.
I have one of them, and it's fucking wild. And
yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
yeah, and I love that he did that. Like, now I don't put it on. I don't like listen to it. I can't like tell you, oh, this song is great.
Yeah.
But like, I love that he did that, and that's who he is.
Yes.
And like, he's the one that he does the whole robot thing
yes.
and whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
he just.
Yep.
I love that. Like, he's that like out there. With it.
Just does
Is
whatever
that
he
where your
wants.
robot inspiration comes from?
No. Actually, I don't have any robot inspiration. I'm gonna make that clear.
All right,
I'm not the robot.
because you have a lot of robots going on.
Talk to Pete about that.
Okay.
I think he's got a thing.
It was really more of a Styx-driven robot inspiration.
It's more of a Mr. Roboto kind of vibe.
All right, I can see that.
But no, but I love that he did all that shit and he wasn't afraid to explore any of it.
Yeah,
He went for it anyway.
Because I did listen to that last one, and it was like a Christmas album. Did you hear that one?
No,
the last
no.
one he did, and they're just these crazy 2-3 minute bizarre metal, but like it's also like it's comedic, it's Zappa-y, it's like just like I don't know, it's like Primus and Zappa and Limp Bizkit and just completely trying to be a little bit of Andrew WK or something, like just comedic, like off the wall, stupid songs. You know, he's just making stupid songs by himself on his laptop.
Westmoreland
come out in 2023.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
he just released a fucking album this year.
Nice. The last one is some sort of like Christmas, and it was fucking hilarious. It was all fucking. It was like Adult Swim Christmas. You know what I mean? Just like making
Just
fun of
absolutely
like
wild
pandemonium. You know?
That's amazing. Need a lot more random choice Christmas albums like that. It's so
indeed.
great to have
Just
some
like-
shit like that to listen to. It's fun and fucking wild during the Christmas time.
Yeah, indeed. Christmas is coming, Matthew.
It's gonna be here before you know it, man.
Corner.
Big
Here
dumb
before you
face.
know it.
Big
Big
dumb face.
That's it.
what it
You
was.
got it, yeah.
That's the album.
Yeah,
that
even
I
the
have.
fucking band name, dude. Big Dumb Face. Like it's like
Big dumb face. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
there's some skit on that new Limp Bizkit album with Wes Borland that's like some interview calls Wes Borland and does a phone interview with him, and it's probably like totally fake, but it's super fucking funny. I won't spoil it for you. You have to listen to it. But
I will. I'll have to check it out.
One of the videos they did was Fred Durst deep faked as Putin. It's pretty incredible.
I'm gonna have to allow it. Gonna have to allow Limp Bizkit. I'm gonna allow it all now, man. It's fucking great.
Fred Durst did a real 180. He's really found a place in my heart these
Yeah.
days.
Well, I
Didn't
think
he
they
date
were
Britney for a minute?
No, well, maybe. I think it's fucking
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the
At
big
least
one.
according to the
All right.
Eminem lyrics.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here on
yeah.
my analogy from
Indeed.
here.
Sit me here next to Britney Spears.
Right.
Yeah.
Aguilera.
Which, you know, Eminem lyrics are definitely there's a lot of journalistic integrity in those.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the thing. I'm thinking back to my TRL
Yeah,
days. I'm pretty
for
sure
sure.
they were a hot ticket power couple for a
Yeah,
minute
yeah,
back in the
yeah.
late 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
He like took over like part of like the A&R at fucking some big label or something
Really?
too for a while. Yeah, like at literally Atlantic or whatever the fuck they were on or something like it was a lot of fucking shit, dude.
Is that how we got Crazy Town?
I hope so. I hope so.
Man, I remember I had friends in high school that were like parts. They were like on street teams. Remember when labels did that?
Yeah.
And Crazy Town was one of the tapes I got from my buddy.
Nice.
And it was like, you know, mostly like it sounded like kind of new metal-y.
Yeah.
And but then of course it was that Butterfly song.
Oh, yeah.
What have you heard about? I mean, did you follow this shit that happened with them just recently?
Something happened with
They're
still playing?
They're in the news. They got there's the two lead singers or whatever. The two lead singers like beat the shit out of each other backstage, and it's all on tape and shit. It was all over the fucking interwebs. Like this
They're
is only
doing
like
everything
6
they
months
can to be
ago.
relevant, bro.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny though. Just canceled the tour and shit, you know. And it's like, yeah, if motherfucker was all fucked up, I had to beat his ass.
I had to tell him what for.
Wow. Yeah. Speaking of street teams, I was just thinking about street teams because another show that's coming up that I'm going to is Finger 11. Do you guys know Finger 11?
Yeah, I know Finger.
I was a
I'm
huge
not
and still am a
paralyzed.
Finger 11 fan. Big fan. Their first 4 records are fucking fantastic. And they're playing 20 Monroe. No, sorry. The Pyramid Scheme.
Okay.
And which you
Great
guys
venue.
just played recently.
Great venue.
And
You were hammered.
oh, I was fucking hammered.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I was on the Finger 11 Street team, okay?
Hell yeah,
And
dude.
they
OG.
sent me a box of shit that was 3 of their videos on VHS tapes. Like all printed, I mean full on, like produced things. But this was right at the time when everything was going to DVD.
Yeah.
And I could not give these things away. And hilariously, here's the fucking best part of the story, is my dad sold these things on eBay for like 20 years, like one at a time. Like he just had a listing going, and they would occasionally sell for like $4. And they were just because they were on his bookshelf in the basement, you know, the old man's basement.
God damn, I would have scored one of these things for $4.
I kept one. I still have one somewhere, and fucking like it was like a whole shelf of them because you know they gave you like a whole fucking thing. So it was like one of these was an entirety of Finger 11, 3 videos on a VHS tape, and my fucking old man is just like, yeah, I'm gonna start selling these. Like just throw them away, dude.
like music videos. 3 music videos?
It was like 3 promotional like music videos for it was like their second record.
Yeah.
So they put out like their first record, which is great. They tried to they leaned in more into like the new metal thing on the second record. Yep. It was still a really good record. They were kind of leaning into that a little too hard there, you know, and then they backed off of that. But anyway, it's just
kind
funny
of a shame he sold them, dude. How great would it be to have this thing filled entirely with the gills of Finger 11 VHS tapes, dude? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Huge fan of those dudes. And so because this concert's coming up, I've been going back through those records, and I'm like, man, these records are still fucking fantastic.
Finger 11 was one of many bands where the stuff they put out on the radio was pretty terrible for the most part. Like the shit they released as singles, I did not care for a lot of those tunes, but the albums in their entirety were fucking choice.
I mean, their biggest song was Paralyzer, but that was kind of, we were talking about this earlier, it was kind of later in the game for them. That was their 4th album.
Okay.
And so like I don't know, like that was definitely their biggest hit, but like after that, like I think they got dropped. Even and that was a huge song. If you remember, you could not escape that song that fucking year.
My brother's band covered that song. I'm not paralyzed.
I mean that's on my like karaoke list. I sing that song all the time still.
It's kind of like poppy and dancey sort of,
And it was kind of weird for them, and they just like hit this. But before that, they had that One Thing ballad that you couldn't escape that year.
That was the goddamn song I hated.
And that was just like, that was literally like track 9 on that record. It was like the ballad on that record.
That's what I'm saying. Reason, that whole
the label was just like, let's put this out. But they weren't wrong because it was a huge fucking hit that year. It got played all over, and I'm sure it bought those guys a house, you know. So like, but that said, the rest of the record's like, you know. It's just like, you know, you got the ballad on the record kind of thing, you know. Wow. Big Finger 11 fan. Anyway,
cool.
Yeah. Our Lady Peace too. Those are my 2
things.
Yeah,
dude.
Finger 11 and Our Lady Peace are very the same.
I've been wanting to cover Starseed for a long time.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
Yep. You know, Rick Beam and my brother's bands and shit, they used to do Starseed way back in the day. Okay. I used to do Superman's Dead, and I can sing.
We cover that once.
Yeah. Right now, really? I could literally go through all those records, like those first 4 records, like sing them all right now. Like that's how much I've sang along to them through the years, you know.
Those guys were choice. I think they did Summer Celebration one year.
Yep.
I want to say I'm sure caught him.
How was that?
Notoriously bad live. He's not a great live singer. He's such a weird singer anyway, you know. The dude's fucking bizarre.
Canadian.
Yeah. Well, so's Finger 11, and the guy who produced those Our Lady Peace records produced the Finger 11 records too. Those first couple Finger 11 records. So that Arnold Laney dude, you know that dude?
I've heard the name,
He had this studio.
He was the 90s porn star, correct?
Yeah, indeed. He had this studio called Arnyard or something like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And he made a bunch of great records. I think he did like some Matthew Good shit and like, but yeah. Our Lady Peace is definitely, I mean, Our Lady Peace was a huge band in Canada for a long time, you know, so I mean.
I've never heard anything from them past Clumsy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of all you need.
No,
they're pretty good.
I feel like I do remember like a hit after from another album, but I don't.
Their biggest songs were again later. They're another one of these bands.
Smallville?
No,
I bet they were on that. Yeah.
They were on the Smallville soundtrack like nonstop.
Oh, okay.
They were like weird. Their first 4 records are like some of my favorite shit ever, and then they did this thing. Well, that's the point where they decided they wanted to break into the American market, started working with Bob Rock, and then fired their guitarist, who was like what was made a lot of it weird and cool, and then started becoming basically a radio rock band. They put out that record called Gravity, which is what Somewhere Out There is on.
Yeah.
That record is still very good, and there's a lot of, but it's more like standard radio rock.
So all this that you're talking about now happened after Clumsy?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Clumsy was like 99, 2000.
That's their second
Was that their
album.
okay?
Yeah.
Superman's Dead was like
I was a sophomore in high school and Clumsy came out.
constantly being played.
That's even earlier. I think it was like 97 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it might have
remember
been.
that very well.
Yeah.
I have that album because of that song.
I love that fucking album, dude. Every fucking song on that album is amazing.
You're gonna make me listen to it again.
And then the next record's amazing. That's actually the one after that to me it's called Happiness Is Not a Fish That You Can Catch.
Yeah.
And and that to me is kind of their sleeper album.
Okay.
And then the one after that is called Spiritual Machines, which is one of my favorite albums fucking ever. And it's based off of the book, which is right up here, the Ray Kurzweil fucking futurist book, which they just put out a sequel to, Our Lady Peace, which is it's just not as good, I hate to say. But and then that's when they decided they weren't famous enough, even though they were winning everything in Canada and were fucking killing it. They decided they wanted to break into the American market and then Bob Rock ruined them, basically. So
All right.
I've talked about on here
Bob
before
Rock,
about how
man.
Bob Rock ruined
He
two
ruins
favorite
everything.
bands, yeah. Well, he ruined Metallica and Our Lady Peace back to back.
At least he didn't ruin Metallica immediately.
Yeah, well, or
Not
Our Lady
immediately.
Peace.
Right.
And it's the same thing he did. Well, obviously, the Black Album's amazing,
Yeah.
whatever, Load and Reload, I love too. But then he did,
You had Joel Ferguson on a couple weeks ago, and he
Yeah.
was talking. Bob Rock was
yeah, in the
mix to mix
his
their
record.
album.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
That was fucking wild hearing him talking about that.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. So fucking Bob Rock does, and I fucking talk about this is Bob Rock decided he didn't want to make records that sound good anymore. And he made Saint Anger.
Yeah,
and
sure
then
did.
the album he made after Saint Anger was Our Lady Peace. It was not Gravity, but the follow-up to Gravity. It's called it's called Healthy and Paranoid Times, which is a great title. And I was very happy about this album coming out, and it was fucking just awful. Just not good. Like, sounded like shit. Just like, I don't know. He wanted to make stuff that didn't sound good anymore. I don't know how else to describe it,
There is no other way to
Yeah.
describe it.
I feel like he gets an awful lot of love for the amount of stuff he has kind of torched and ruined over the years.
Well,
you
he
know?
gets
Some
love
bangers
for-
there
Black
to be
Album
shared.
is amazing.
But he was working
So,
with Motley
Dr.
Crue,
Feelgood,
too.
man.
Yeah, Dr. Feelgood,
there's many
amazing.
others. A
Yeah,
lot of
and
those
like they
fucking
all
guys.
sounded amazing,
Yep.
and the Black Album sounds amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And
Yep.
just poop.
Right.
Now.
Right. It's like,
He was like,
I don't know what the fuck
saying
happened,
anger,
dude.
hey, you know what? Let's make this. Let's actually try to make it sound like shit.
Yeah. Let's make it raw, man. Let's make
Sure,
it raw
you can
record.
make something sound raw, but you don't have. It can be raw and not sound like fucking ass.
And like Our Lady Peace is a band that like those guys need to be produced. Like his voice is fucking weird. Like you need to like get the right takes and
Yeah.
the right
Needs a
mix
little
and shit.
Terry's on there.
Huh?
Needs a little auto-tune on there.
Yeah, probably.
a little bit
yeah,
auto-tune.
yeah. Or just, you need to really spend some time. And this is like, he's got this weird ass voice anyway. And yeah, I don't know. Still, big fan of those first 4 records. They're super, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go back and check it out.
Telling you, man.
I mean, I'm kind of on a mid '90s kick right now. I
Yeah,
actually just
yeah.
listened to Secret Samadhi on my way here.
There you go. Same. Throwing Copper is one of my favorite fucking albums too.
Those
that whole
two
era,
albums,
dude.
Throwing
Yep.
Copper and Secret
No,
Samadhi. are
well, here's the thing. The next one
yeah, which I also listened to
is
on my way here.
Yeah, is like that might
Distance
be
to
one of
Here.
their best records too. The Distance to Here is fucking phenomenal.
I think it's all right.
I'm a big fan of it. I think
Yeah.
Secret Samadhi's all right. That was
Ooh,
weird.
To me,
weird.
that's like peak.
Yeah.
Peak live.
I mean, but Throwing
Tough
Copper,
to beat
dude.
Throwing Copper.
That's a once in a lifetime record. You know what's going on with those guys? You guys follow that shit at all?
No.
So the band Live they got in this huge pissing match. They had a different singer for a while.
No, they did.
Oh yes.
can't have
Oh
it.
yes.
No
I'll
way.
check out the
No.
door.
The bald guy was
Damn,
gone?
yeah. No,
Telling you.
no.
Yep. Listen, this is what happened.
No.
Yep. And this
God
is for
we
a
got a
while.
guy in the know.
Okay? So they got. I had to look. Sometimes this is what I do: is I'll do what you're doing and be like,
saw
man,
them just
Live
a
was
few
one of my
years
favorite
ago.
things. And then I'll just look it up. What's
Yeah.
going on with them? And then fucking. So that all happened, and this has been. I'm talking. This is 10 years ago or something. Different singer. Blah blah blah. They finally reconcile. They get Ed.
Yeah.
Kowalczyk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ed's back, right?
Yeah.
They fucking do a thing for a while, and then Ed fires the band.
Okay, so look, here's what I know about Live. They did the Distance to Here, with, Dolphins Cry
Yep.
and all that.
Yep.
Good album.
Big hits
and then
on
they
there.
did 5
Yep.
or whatever.
Which was,
and it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
And then That was it. They disappeared.
They did a record
songs
called
of
Birds of Prey
or whatever, and then songs from the Black Mountain.
Yep.
Both of those are awful.
Not good at all.
Nope. And then
Very
they
bad.
did a live album, which I have, and then that's where I stopped.
They did another record, I think, with this other singer. And I ended up actually reading an interview with this other singer about the whole experience and shit, which is wild.
To me, it ain't live without Ed Kowalczyk.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
That said, it also seems like he's a total fucking egotistical prick.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, dude, like...
He believes his own hype.
Yeah, well, it's like, but that Throwing Copper album sold millions of copies. I mean, it was like a massive
probably
record.
20 million.
5 number one hits, like... just, and it's still great. Again, like every song on that record's great. It's one of those fucking just time and place where they just fucking nailed it.
Yep.
Their first record's good too, that Mental Jewelry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Again, it's like Throwing Copper is a once in a lifetimer. You're never going to duplicate that. But it's like they could have been still like, we're doing, still living large pretty well on that, doing shows like Our Lady Peace or Finger 11 or whatever now, but it's like, sounds like they just got, he was trying to like get like way more money than the rest of the band and doing that whole thing.
So when that shit happened, when he fired the whole band, like what album
this
era
was very
that?
like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw him like 2019 at the Elgin County Fair.
Okay.
No,
nice.
so
Yeah.
I actually remember Tim Drexler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and some pals, they saw live at the casino up there in
Soaring Eagle?
Soaring Eagle.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it was Ed Kowalczyk, and I thought it was like the whole band.
It could have been because they
When
were
I saw
they
them, it
were
was
together.
definitely Ed.
They were there for
Yeah.
a minute back together, and then like just recently he like I don't know what's happened since then. If you can even how you can even do that because that was a big they were in this huge legal pissing match. You can't fire. So I don't know, but this is
go
hilarious.
like really Christian too?
They always had a slight Christian thing going on. They were from York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
very.
Okay.
They always had that, and the lyrics are kind of spiritual and shit. But I don't.
Yeah, Freaks. That was very spiritual.
Well, there's that aspect.
The
of that
abortion
band,
song.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude.
Lightning crashes.
Dude, I gotta fucking no. There's the one on fucking on the one that's fucking. Have you seen have heard the children's song? It's on The Distance to Here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I just listened to it.
So I'm going. This is when I lived in Kalamazoo on High Street. I used to drive way down fucking the main road there, Westnedge, to go to a fucking laundromat to do my laundry.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm driving. I'm stoned as one is
Per
fucking
usual.
going to do my laundry, and I'm listening to that album, and by chance, that song comes up, and then lining the street on both sides the entire way is a huge anti-abortion fucking thing with everybody having these signs held. And it was one of the most surreal things. I still remember it where I was just like, this is crazy. And I'm just like,
That'll blow your mind. You're half
a single
joint
tear
deep right
running
there.
down. I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah.
Really made him regret the decision to punch his girlfriend in the stomach.
Yeah, then I threw that bitch down the stairs.
And lightning crashes, etc.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm glad I could fill you guys in on what's going on with the band live. Nobody remembers.
That sounds crazy.
I know, dude. I'm telling you, man.
I fucking forgot all about those guys. Goddamn, I love live back.
Throwing Copper's worth playing. Those three, they're another one of those bands that had that run. It's the same thing with like Our Lady Peace, first 4 records, Finger 11, first 4 records, Live, first 4 records, basically, and then it goes down. I mean, Finger 11, the same thing after that Paralyzer record, which is really fucking good. I just played it again. I fucking played. Well, I tried to keep up on them. I think they got dropped from their label. They put out a couple more albums independently, and they suck. And I'm like, how can it suck this bad, guys? I'm like, come here. Even at that time, I'm like, I'll record you. It'll sound better than this.
Yeah.
What is happening? How can you guys even make it be this bad sounding? It's not that fucking hard,
Question that can't be answered objectively. Was the 90s truly one of the greatest eras for music, or is it just it's kind of
It's
when
probably
you grow
just
up,
us,
admittedly,
but
but
yes.
like,
I think
wasn't
for
it fucking
production,
dominant,
for
man?
sure.
Yeah.
For rock,
You're still
especially,
using all analog
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it was a good
Pro
mix.
Tools
Big
in there,
rooms,
you know? Yeah.
big rooms.
Yeah, drums are super important.
Yeah.
It was very much an era of producers as
Yep.
well. The whole model was kind of actually modeled around producers, guys like Bob Rock and Ross
Terry Date.
Robinson, Terry Date.
Yep.
You know, where it was kind of like, you know, you hook up a band with this certain producer and get that sound,
Yep.
and then like, I don't know. It's also, there's a lot of terrible shit. And I think that's true of all eras.
Yeah,
where,
of
like,
course.
There's stuff that hangs on, and then there's stuff that's just like, oh my God. Especially, it's like the early 90s through like up to like 96, 97, there was some of the best shit. But like the late 90s, there was a lot of just fucking trash. When it got into like, they call what a quote unquote post alternative or post grunge or like this.
Yeah,
there was a lot of these
Yeah,
weird fucking
yeah.
bands, fucking Flagpole Sitting and fucking Powerball and these like weird one hit wondery
Power
fucking
Man 5000.
Yeah.
The American Pie soundtrack.
5000.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, shit like that. Wasn't there some band called Is it Powerball? or
Powerball 5000.
No, sorry.
Man.
Yeah.
No, Fastball.
Fastball.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to
That's
think.
it.
I remember that song.
The Way.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Way. It's a good song.
That was the worst concert I've ever seen
Why did you go?
because they were opening
It's a
for the
legitimate
Goo
question,
Goo
yeah.
Dolls.
Why did you go?
And hilariously, the
Long
Goo,
Way Down, Twister.
the
Yeah.
Goo Goo
They
Dolls
used to be punk.
killed.
Yeah.
It was at the Van Andel.
Yeah.
All right. I keep calling it Fastball, and we're like, oh, you know who else is playing? Let me tell the whole fucking story here. We go, Fastball plays. It was garbage. All right. We're just like, I can't believe this is even real. Feedback, I mean, just awful. Like, this is a professional arena show right now. And then, so that was like the worst thing ever. Then, you know who's up next? Sugar Ray, bitches. Sugar Ray.
Mark
Yep,
McGrath.
soak it in a little
boys,
bit.
Throwing
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah. Which I don't really remember much about that. But then it was at the time where you
So
could
lucky.
like jump the gate and get down on the floor. You know, the floor was like just open. Like, so me and fucking.
Bro, we got to get front row for the
well,
Sugar
we
Ray
did.
show for
no,
sure.
it was Goo Goo Dolls.
gotta
It was
be done.
fucking me, Ingla, Joel Camp, like the crew back in the day, right? And fucking we jumped down there. I swear to God, you guys, the Goo Goo Dolls killed. They killed. It was choice. They fucking threw down. He even said on the mic, he's like, "This has been the best show of the tour." Like, it was just a magical night, you know.
Good.
Like, yeah.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. Goo Goo Dolls ruled.
Yeah,
this.
I like
those guys. They
had some good
fucking
songs. I mean, they were
I'm a little
kind of
ashamed
of
to
had
that.
some
admit it. I retract
huge
that
They
shit.
really did, man. They
Huge
really
hits
did.
back
Yeah.
then.
Playing with some weird tunings, man. I can
Yeah.
All
never
those open
cover their-
tunings and
yeah.
stuff.
Was
yeah.
this Johnny
Yeah.
Resnick? Is that what
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
We did again with Ingla, like my first bands when I was 13, like doing covers and shit like that.
Yeah.
We did Goo Goo, we did Baby's Black Balloon, and we did what was one of the other? Was it? It's called Iris or whatever.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
that was the other one that we did. Yeah.
Then they had that song that was on that soundtrack for that movie.
Twister.
No,
Long Way Down.
City of.
Oh,
yeah, that was
yes.
Iris, I think.
That was Iris.
That was
It might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Is that
It's acoustic.
It had that
yeah.
like bridge
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
part in it. Or
You know
whatever.
what song?
Yeah.
I always like. I think of that song, and then I think of its brother song, that Collective Soul song. Was
Yeah.
it December or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the first songs I ever learned on guitar.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
I saw those guys live
No,
not that long
December.
ago.
It was a different song. The music
Yeah.
video was like a dude who was gonna jump off.
It's
a
the
building.
world I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
that was
yeah.
yeah.
I saw those guys
So
live just
walk
probably
upon
3-4 years ago at
They're
the
still
intersection.
going, dude.
Yeah,
They're still going.
They're actually great live.
Ed Roland.
Yeah. Those guys can sing. and
Name
play.
was the other big.
Name. Yeah.
Yep.
That was their big, real big breakthrough hit. You
Yeah.
know, that really fucking put them on like the map.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
they were like doing punk shit.
Yeah, they
right?
were. Yeah,
And
and
then
the bassist sang a lot and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they kind of figured out that like, well, the singer or the guitarist, like, he's kind of hot actually. You know, it was like, this is how it works. And you know, they're like, oh, this guy's actually kind of like hot. He grew his hair out. He kind of looks like Bon Jovi. You know, and like let's fucking throw on the acoustics and fucking
boy.
start making hits. So that's what they did. You
hey,
know?
you know what? Let's do this for a living instead of being true to the genre.
Exactly. Yep. Like, yeah, I got a car payment. We need to
Yeah.
like make some hits.
You know, it'd be sweet owning a house.
Yep.
Don't you know, man?
Yeah, I won't tell him your name.
If the opportunity to sell out comes up, I'm taking it immediately, bro.
Let's go.
100%.
No shame in my game, son.
I mean, Tool even wrote fucking lyrics about it, dude. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
sold out long before you
hooker
ever
with
even
a
heard my
penis,
name.
yeah.
You know. Fuck yeah, give me that money. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Fucking oh, no, I'm doing it again. I get drunk and I lose my train of thought, dude. It's getting worse. I'm getting fucking worse, dude. Like, I start drinking and I'm just like, I have a thought and then it's just like, and it's gone.
It's
Reggie Miller,
It's gone.
NBA Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks.
Is what-
1994.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
what I think about when I can't think about anything. I think about Reggie Miller against the New York Knicks.
well, he owned the Knicks.
Fucking right he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Was that the game where he had like the 3
Yeah, 8
steals
points
back
in
to
7
back?
seconds.
7 seconds.
You know what I'm talking
man,
about.
dude.
He dominated.
Ooh, hell of a performance
That's
by
hilarious.
Reggie Miller.
That's your anecdote. Oh, you know what that reminds me? Reggie Miller.
What? I much of my deep knowledge on fucking Live and Our Lady Peace.
Yeah.
And shit. I don't know dick about sports, man.
That's cool. That's
Nothing,
cool though that
nothing.
you got that deep knowledge about those bands.
Sometimes I just gotta fucking look it up. That's what I'm saying. It's only 5 minutes of reading Wikipedia. You know, like what happened to these guys? I used to love this
now
record.
it is, but like, I mean, back in the day when like we're all getting into this kind of music and we're learning how to play our instruments and we're falling in love with these albums and the album art becomes ingrained in your memory. You hear these songs,
reading
and,
the
like,
liner
you
notes.
remember where you were and when you heard it and all that shit, and like that kind of goes away now that we're older. But like, you know what's really cool? And I'm going to change the subject here. I'm working with Pat's son, you know, my drummer. I'm working with his son now. He's my apprentice electrician. Oh. And he's diving headfirst into everything he loves music related, and it's just taking me back to those days.
Yeah.
Where
What a good time he's in.
where you're just like you're so in love
are
with
fresh
it. You're
and-
digging deep into everything, and like I've watched all the bootlegs.
Right.
I know all the lyrics, and like oh man,
You have so much more time.
That's a
back
big part of
then
it.
just
That's a big
to
part
do
of it.
it.
Yeah,
You're
because that
so
was
in love
like-
with it. It's so ingrained in you.
Yeah,
It's like,
it was
I ain't
like
got
that was
shit
your
else
life.
to do. Dude.
Yep.
I'm gonna deep dive into some Goo Goo dolls. So
Yeah.
let's get
Indeed.
after it.
Yeah. I kind of wish I did do some deep diving into the Goo Goo Dolls because
See?
although I
Should
know
have.
that they were like punk before, I've never heard a note of it.
Yeah, the
did.
comment was
I
purely
had
in
the
jest, bro.
CDs.
In the grand scheme of deep dives, you need
Well,
to do.
I know.
Goo Goo Dolls is not-
I'm just saying, like, but in
In
general,
fairness.
though, like, it's cool that you could have done that, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
can do that now. But
I still try, and that's what I'm even talking about right now. Is like looking up like what happened to these guys, or like like I've talked on here too. Like I got super into funk recently, you know. So like it's like something. It's like, and I got excited about it because it's like kind of brand new. Not you know some of these songs. You know everybody knows fucking whatever Rick James songs and shit. But it's like when you start going deeper and like you figure out, and then you're like because of our obsession with Dr.
The Bee Gees
Dre
are
and
actually
shit.
fucking really good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it was like, oh well, this is the fucking song. This is what fucking this Dr. Dre song actually is.
I was
That
gonna
I've never
say,
heard
yeah,
the
it's cool,
original.
'cause it's a building block
and like
for so much
shit like
shit.
that. And then like looking up those bands, like whatever happened to these guys, like getting into fucking Bootsy Collins and just like and that's what led me to fucking. Bootsy Collins is on that new thing with fucking Bruno Mars that I'm just obsessed with and shit now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just like, you can still do that. And my brother and I have talked about this a little bit too. Where it's like when you get older, like my tastes in music also get older. You keep going back.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Yep.
who are your influences? And then it's who are their influences and where does that come from and shit like that. So, yeah. I don't know. That's basically what I'm doing is you can still do it. You just kind of find something new that's exciting. You know, honestly, I got like completely bored with prog metal for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's like
it starts to sound the same.
Yep.
All of
done with this, and like even writing it. I mean, that's why I started doing other stuff. You know, it was like kind of did all that, and it's kind of like, well, I'm kind of bored with it. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, or my riffs are the same over and over. You know, and it's kind of like,
Arrangements become the same.
yeah, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna start using synthesizers or something,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
now lately I've been kind of like, playing the guitar is fun again.
Using
or like,
so much more synth on our next album.
Yeah.
I wrote everything with keyboards. Basically,
There you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah, my shit's all. I mean, I don't even kind of fuck with anything else anymore. It's all fake. Tony's calling for another drink over here. I see him
I gotta
shaking
pee.
the glass.
I gotta
All right,
pee bad.
let's take a break. Then we'll talk way more about Goo Goo Dolls. So
Fuck yeah,
Gear
nonstop
up.
Goo Goo Doll coverage.
to play growing up, but like to sit down and watch baseball, I can never really, unless it's live. I'd love me a live baseball game. Sit down there and crush a beer and hang out.
Yeah, the move for baseball is to like put it on the TV and then you make
do something else.
Background.
Start making dinner.
You can do watch and then like oh shit. Go watch if something's happening. But like otherwise, you just have it on. You just check in. And
I do like listening to a ball game on the radio now and then. There's something super
that
nostalgic and like late 1800s feel about that.
Yeah, I'm good. Even going to the ballpark, I'm like, every time I've gone, I'm like, this is not for me.
Oh, you're not
love
doing
being
the
at the
ballpark,
game.
right?
I love being at the game.
Doing it up with some Cracker Jacks, some fucking toffee-colored almonds, baby.
Oh yeah,
I do like
That's where it's
I do
at,
like
baby.
a hot wiener at the ballpark. Though.
Oh yeah, red snapper, dude, right in your face.
I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. There's a fucking ballpark like right here, the Grand Rapids one. So like with the fireworks are always going off over here and shit.
It's cool. An official minor league team.
Yeah.
West Michigan Whitecaps.
Whitecaps, baby.
It's the AAA club for the Tigers, I want to say.
Yeah, single A for Tigers.
Or single A, rather.
Yeah, and they're actually doing really well from what
They're usually really good. I don't know shit about it, but they've won whatever their league is many times and shit. So. Man.
Sports. Ross loves sports.
No, it's okay. I wish I did like know more about sports in a way, but I don't.
You don't need to.
Nah,
but man, I got mad knowledge about fucking the Goo Goo Dolls and Lord of the Rings. I know a lot about a lot of really dumb shit.
Titans of the industry like Goo Goo Dolls and others.
The bands that everyone knows, like Sugar Ray.
You got some news there, pal? You want to look at a little news bit?
Get a little news going here.
Yeah.
Kind of lackluster intro there.
Yeah, you got to hit the button.
After that setup here, we'll just get right into it, apparently.
The Dangerville Podcast presents News of the World.
With the quality of the stories we got this week, that's probably an appropriate setup, however. All right, gentlemen. First up on the docket, we've got Michigan State student finds 142-year-old observatory buried on campus.
Yeah, I saw this. I did see this. Yeah.
Is this real?
Yes.
Yep, this is real. These are all real.
And no one else on the campus knew it existed?
Well, we're going to find out. I don't know.
So, students working with Michigan State's campus archaeology program this summer unearthed part of a cobblestone foundation of a 142-year-old observatory in a clearing near the student residence hall.
Yep.
Yeah. Though the observatory had tremendous capabilities for its time, the technology was not yet powerful enough to spot one of the most elusive phenomena of that era, a black student being allowed on campus.
I thought you were going to say could not spy Uranus.
That's just that's hack material. I would never get into anything like that. That's weak sauce, dude.
I think I stepped on his second punch.
No, not at all. Dude. I've got far better material than that. So, all of Neptune's clouds have vanished. It may be because of the sun. Did you see this one?
No.
Yeah. So Neptune's clouds have disappeared since the first detailed images of the planet were taken in 1989. Its cerulean disk has been crisscrossed by wispy white clouds, but the skies are now almost completely clear, potentially due to the change in the sun's current cycle.
Wow.
Yeah. However, scientists have confirmed that gaseous clouds still occasionally surround Uranus. Never passing up a good Uranus joke.
Jesus
Or a
Christ.
bad Uranus joke or any Uranus joke in between for that matter. All right. International Chess Federation bans transgender women from competing in women's chess events pending further analysis. Yeah.
Wow.
This
All
is
right.
a hard-hitting controversy in the chess community at this point, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So the International Chess Federation says players who have transitioned from male to female have no right to participate in women's events until the Federation conducts further analysis and renders a decision. Yeah.
Okay.
This has many in the chess community up in arms, wondering how the hell they're going to be able to play chess without queens.
Oh.
Without any queens.
Oh.
That was good.
That's solid material.
Yes.
However, this one is not. A fusion rocket designed to travel 500,000 miles per hour could cut the travel time needed to Mars in half. Yeah.
Okay.
So a British aerospace startup is working on a fusion rocket it says will slash the amount of time it takes astronauts to travel to Mars and beyond. Yeah.
I'm sure.
The proposal has caused some consternation within the ranks as the female astronauts are urging their male counterparts to slow the rocket down, noting that finishing the journey quicker isn't everything. Enjoy the ride rather than racing to the end, and encouraging them to circle the little red planet a time or two to let the female astronauts get in the mood before landing the rocket.
Worst episode ever.
Not the finest work there. Should we do the Uranus joke again?
Yeah,
Bring that one
maybe finish
back?
on that one
All right.
next time, yeah.
Oh, these are terrible this week. Just terrible. Biden administration begins canceling student loan debt for 804,000 borrowers. Yeah.
Okay.
Side note, I sadly am not one of them, unfortunately. Starting Monday, hundreds of thousands of federal student loan borrowers received emails from their servicers with the subject line, "Your student loans have been forgiven."
Wow.
Pretty tremendous, yeah. These emails went out to borrowers all over the country, except in the Deep South, where the subject line read simply, "What college is explained."
Wow. Holy shit. Woo.
And gentlemen, last but not least, we got a little bit of animal news here. A little bit of animal news to close things out. Whale ballet. A video shows 3 humpbacks jumping in unison, a birthday surprise for a man and his daughters.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of a heartwarming, glorious story.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually saw that.
I saw
Yeah.
that too.
Yep.
So a New Hampshire man celebrating his birthday on the ocean with his 3 daughters captured video of something so rare that even marine scientists were jealous. 3 humpback whales leaping in unison from the water in near perfect form. Yeah. In commenting on the sighting, the man noted seeing an event like that was truly something to behold. Witnessing the grace, beauty, and power of an animal as enormous as Brendan Fraser simply takes your breath away. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is yours.
The Dangerville podcast presents News of the World.
I still haven't seen that whale movie.
Nope.
No, yeah. I don't think I'll be seeing that one.
Out of principle, I
wanna
feel like
see
I'm
it.
not going to watch it.
Yeah. I would love to say we should
probably
watch it.
shows,
Let's
yeah.
watch it here.
Yeah.
So I can throw
I'm
it
sure
on.
like the closed captioning on it is just parentheses heavy breathing for like 38 minutes straight.
Yeah, indeed. Did you guys hear about fucking obviously everybody's fucking following the fucking Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fight, you know?
Yeah, Elon's a bitch.
Well, yeah,
No,
that's
Elon's gonna get fucked up. Like,
Well,
I mean, I'm rooting for the guy, but he's gonna get fucked
Zuckerberg's
up.
Yeah.
saying now, like he's like Zuckerberg just made some statement just like today or yesterday where he's like, I think we can all see Elon's not taking this seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not like fucking with this anymore. You know, like
He's fearing the wrath.
No, fuck that, dude. Go fuck him up.
that's
Don't
what
be
they
a
should
bitch.
do. Yeah, they should fight for sure.
If you really think that Elon's like bitching out, like if he's not saying I don't want to do it, then go ahead and kick his ass.
He should just show up where he works and fucking just fight him in the parking lot.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, that's why apparently Elon was trying to like roll up to Zuckerberg's house and fight him in his backyard or
Shut
something. Yeah, dude, I'm done.
Did
Can't
Zuck
make
move
this
to
up.
Austin too, like with everyone else?
I don't know, probably. But
I think he is down there, isn't he? Like, I know his main shit's still out of California, but I think he does live
I don't know.
in Texas area, maybe. If I'm
I know
not
that.
mistaken.
I think I saw like Elon was trying to work with Lex Friedman about like basic jujitsu.
Lex
that would
Friedman's a
make
black
sense.
belt.
Yeah,
dude.
Lex Friedman
he's a
don't fuck
badass.
around.
no, Elon had fucking George St. Pierre in his fucking corner, I think. for
Yeah,
doing
but-
a thing or something.
Elon ain't. Zuck's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like he's jocked.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he'll fuck him up.
He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And shit
He's
too.
got
like-
way more knowledge. Elon's
Yeah.
a lot bigger guy, though,
He's
man.
bigger,
he's got a
older,
big weight advantage.
you know,
if
not
he
in
figures
shape.
out what's going on, like he's gonna be able to download shit pretty quickly, I would
So
think.
glad
But
we're
like,
fucking talking about this, by the way.
That's his
I
only
honestly-
fucking thing is if he got the Neuralink and he fucking pulls the fucking
goes
pulls the
Keanu
Neo
style. I know.
and just knows kung fu.
And he just like,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
I didn't know he was training with Saint Pierre though.
Pretty sure. Yeah,
Saint Pierre's
yeah.
a badass
And fucking
motherfucker, dude.
yeah, and fucking Zuck's got some other guys that were fucking working on him, like big time dudes.
Yeah,
you know?
Jake Paul.
Indeed.
Which I wouldn't fuck with that guy either.
No, hell no. I'm not. But
he and his brother are both tremendous douchebags, and I will not pay to see that guy fight. Like, I actually love boxing, but that bullshit fake fight stuff I'm all set on. But he apparently is kind of a badass.
He just fucking beat someone.
He fought Nate Diaz.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's his thing, though. He's fighting ex-MMA guys, which sounds impressive, and it is impressive, but it's a different sport.
It's boxing.
You know? Yeah, it's a completely different thing. Speaking of, what I did just watch... HBO documentaries, which obviously they knock it out of the park 100% of the time. They just did a tremendous documentary on Oscar De La Hoya. You remember De La Hoya back?
I remember him, yeah.
That was fucking fascinating, man. He was basically raised to be like a boxing prodigy since he was this tall. Like all his dad and uncles and everybody did that shit back in the day, and they wanted to turn him into the fucking kid that was going to get him out of the gutter and everything. Yeah. So he fought in the Olympics when he was like 19, wins the gold. Just before that, a few weeks, like his mom had cancer and stuff. So there was this whole thing about how he dedicated it to her.
Yep.
She wanted the gold medal. So he goes out and wins it for her, does this big PR tour on like Leno and all this stuff. He's the fucking toast of the town. Comes out later that conversation never really happened. Great story nonetheless. But dude got wildly fucking popular, blows it up. There was all the controversy, if you remember, where they had photos of him in like women's fishnets and high heels and shit that came out back in the day. If you remember that
shit, controversy now would be fucking
it'd be heralded now for sure. Yeah, but he had some dude. They paid some photo expert to come in and like analyze the pixels and basically pay this guy off to say that it was all bullshit. He's like, no, you can see here when they fucked it up a little bit, but. That was pretty intense, man.
Indeed.
De La Hoya throwing it down.
Yeah, you guys watching anything else? Any other good fucking movies? You guys been checking out? I've been going back through. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Did the podcast at dinner, but I've been going back through the Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into the whole Lord of the Rings fucking thing again, so I've been going back through those. I was saying I feel like the extended editions are a little better, but man, those movies, they got some flaws. I got some flaws.
I don't know if I've seen any of them.
No,
I don't think so.
What about Lord of the Rings?
I haven't rewatched since the first time. I don't think.
I only saw the Hobbit movies like once each, basically in the theater, and like I kind of like hated on them pretty hard. And I'm like a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and like the second two Hobbit movies, and kind of that's where I'm at now. Is I'm like halfway through the second Hobbit movie where I'm starting to be like. This is getting pretty bad.
I was just gonna say, is it? Do you hate him because they did a bad job at making a movie, or they did a bad job at like recreating the actual story?
No, it's they added a bunch of really superfluous stuff that does not need to be there. That's just made up, essentially. Yeah. The movies, I mean, it's a really well made movie from a technical standpoint. It's incredible, But it's just like
that wasn't what I was talking about.
Yeah, no,
that's not what I meant.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so it is sort of like the plot just starts getting like, this is like, where is this even coming from? They write in all this stuff to bring back fucking Legolas and shit, and it's just kind of like, man, this is just like, sort of getting weak, when it starts getting further away from the source material, and you just kind of like, you can kind of feel it, and this is kind of getting bad.
So I'm not like a big time movie guy. I'm more like or TV even for that matter. Yeah. I'm more like a YouTube, brain drain kind of guy.
Yeah.
But there's movies that I'll go back and watch because either one, I haven't seen them, or two, I haven't seen them in forever. And one that I've never seen and I just watched last weekend was Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I've finally
You
seen
never
it.
go full retard.
So good.
You never go full retard.
It's so good.
Dude,
so funny.
Robert Downey Jr. playing
So
an Australian
funny.
guy playing a black American.
I'm just a dude playing the dude. It's just so funny.
The iconic scene of like, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, it's all about the other black kid. That's that's why it's so funny. And I forget his name, but like that's why it's so goddamn funny. Is that other black dude? Like,
it was just
good,
awesome. It was such a great movie.
I love how fucking Ben Stiller is just like not apologizing for it. People
not at all.
It's like if you haven't seen it, like. if you see it, you get it. They're making fun of all of that, you know?
All the movie cliches, they're making fun of all
He's
of
just
them.
like, no, I'm not going to apologize. He's like, it was even controversial at the time, but it's just like, you know, but it's not at all.
Even
like,
then,
to me,
it
it's
really
just like,
wasn't.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the most controversial thing about that movie was there was a white guy playing a black guy, so he was wearing black.
He's black,
Right.
But, like...
But that's the
That's
goddamn
the
joke.
joke.
That's the
That's
fucking
the joke.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just like...
They hire this fucking like smug ass actor, and he goes through this hilarious, crazy whatever pigment surgery and all this shit, dude.
It's
or
a
whatever.
goddamn comedy.
And
This
that's
chill the
the
fuck
best
out.
part about it.
Is it good natured or is it meant to be a dickhead
Right.
and rip people down?
you
Right?
think
It's
about, like-
good natured.
Right,
So
you think about like
fucking
the
chill out a
50s
little
and
bit,
60s or whatever, when there's like actual white people depicting black people
In a negative way.
Yeah, just like,
yeah.
well, I'm the black guy.
Yeah, right.
You know, no, that's. But when you have like when you take it to that douchebag Hollywood level,
Yes.
go,
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I take this role so seriously that I have pigment surgery.
pretty crucial Tom Cruise cameo
Oh
on that
my
flick
God.
as well.
Tom Cruise as Les
Kills it,
Grossman.
dude.
Yeah.
I heard they're making some new shit that's fucking Tom
Based on that
Cruise.
character?
Yeah, as him and one of the
Really?
other characters
If
or
that
something too.
actually
Yep.
happens, I will die because that character was incredible.
Yeah.
Les Grossman.
I'm not
So
sure
good.
that I'm comfortable with a thin man portraying a fat man and taking away
Indeed.
a role from
or a guy who's 5'4".
Or a
fat
guy
man.
with a fantastic head of hair playing a bald man.
Yeah, no shit.
Excuse me, I am offended right now.
Okay, speaking of Tom Cruise, watched
Tom
Top Gun 2.
Yeah,
Maverick or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Incredible.
Everybody loves it. I've
damn,
not heard
I
a
wanna
single
watch it so
person say
bad.
it stinks.
Let me tell you, I watched the original Top Gun before watching
Right.
Maverick.
Right.
The
Banger.
original Top Gun
Banger.
No.
Terrible.
Fucking
It's god awful.
awful.
It's god
It is
awful.
such
It's
a
so
bad movie.
It's so bad.
But I guess in the 80s, it was probably good. But now
The
you watch
soundtrack and-
so bad.
Yeah.
You're all up your ass. It's glorious, dude. A 5'4"
Bro, no,
Tom
look.
fucking
Yeah, the whole thing, like all the visuals.
You're dangerous,
and
man.
dominating like Karch Karide is getting up over
no,
that fence.
like all the shirtless scenes,
Volleyball
everything's wonderful.
so good. Yeah.
But like,
shirtless scenes.
but like, what are we talking about? Who was his love interest? What was her name? The lady that was like the teacher of his class.
Kelly
or what-
McGinnis. I
Yeah,
wanna say.
they're-
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they literally go from like, I'm the bad student, and she's like, I'm the serious teacher, and I'm not gonna take it. To, we're gonna have sex
Yeah,
right
we're gonna
now,
fuck.
and then that's it. And like,
In fairness,
And
have
the
you
movie's
seen
over.
Tom Cruise, bro?
That's fair, too.
That's a
I mean,
good-looking
yeah.
man, my friend.
yeah,
he's
no, I'm not saying
extremely
he's
hot.
He
not.
basically
Yeah.
follows her into and assaults her in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Hey, but in fairness, her outfit she was asking for.
For sure.
Her no really felt like more of a suggestion than a hard and fast rule in that moment.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
is
Cruise,
slinging
will you
that dick
drill
around,
me,
bro.
please?
That movie's so bad they fucking made a whole spoof comedy out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which
You
was
gotta
great.
enjoy
Yeah.
it for what it is, which is glorious,
them.
like
Yeah.
80s cheese
Yes.
factor.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
terrible. It's fucking
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins as far as you can see, dude.
Yeah.
And it's awesome in every way,
Yeah,
shape, and
in
form.
that sense,
you're
it's-
both up your goddamn ass.
in that
Top
sense,
Gun
yes,
fucking
you're
dominates,
right.
bro. Dominates.
But in the sense of like an actual cinematic
a
event,
movie that holds up that you can watch
horrible.
now.
talking
Horrible.
MIGs, talking Mach 3, dude. Throwing it down.
Speaking of MIGs, you guys ready to take this to a fucking dark level? Did you see that fucking see that accident at Thunder Over Michigan at the Willow Run Airport?
No.
What?
No.
Oh
Like
my
some
God.
Blue Angels
You
type
should
shit?
Look it up. So this year, like last week, Thunder Over Michigan. It's a air show that takes place in Ypsilanti at Willow Run Airport.
Okay. Yeah.
A couple of pilots flying I think it was a MiG-32 or whatever. They lost control of that bitch and had to like literally direct it out of harm's way and eject out. The pilots fell. They ejected, parachuted into a lake, and the plane crashed. This fucking happened.
Wow.
And like,
Holy
I'm surprised
shit,
it has not made like national.
Did the pilot
Didn't
survive?
even make it to.
Yeah,
Huh?
did he get goosed? What happened?
No one died. Goose didn't.
Oh, okay.
No goosing.
Good.
No
That's
one died.
unfortunate.
Honestly,
No.
like the plane crashed in a parking lot of an apartment complex, but it hit parked cars. No one died.
Oh wow,
That's
there's
good.
a
Poor
video
motherfucker trying to get to
videos.
work.
There's so many videos.
This guy calling into work. Listen, boss, you're not gonna believe it. A MiG plane crash. He's like, you're
Look,
fired.
a MiG-32
You're fired.
crashed into my car.
How stupid do you think I am? You're fired.
No, seriously, boss, I'm not kidding, dude.
No one was injured somehow. Which is pretty crazy.
Surprisingly.
Damn.
It literally,
from the
like, it was a
aircraft.
nice sunny summer day.
Damn, look at this fucking explosion.
I'm telling
Check
you.
it out, soak it in a little bit.
Yes,
Damn.
that happened, dude.
As a noted newsman, I'm not sure how this
No one is
flew
talking
under my
about
radar. No pun
I am
intended,
so
yeah.
surprised it hasn't made national news.
I haven't heard
It
about it
hasn't
at all.
even made Michigan news.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
People on the west side of the state didn't even
I'm
hear
really
about it.
keeping
I've
that
literally
shit
not
under
heard about
wraps,
it. Yep. Indeed.
I don't know why. Why?
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that should be fucking. You would think that would be national.
And I'm not
news
really
even.
sure. No one knows what happened. It just something happened and they lost control.
You're
of the
dangerous,
plane.
Iceman.
A
dangerous.
MiG-23, a Russian fighter jet which can travel faster than the speed of sound. Yeah.
Wow.
The cockpit had poor visibility, an ejection seat that was wrapped around the pilot's head. Dude, this is fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
dude, it was nuts.
Damn, dude.
And so the lake that the pilots landed in, there was so many people on the lake that day. It was a hot, sunny summer day. And there's so many like Snapchat videos and other, dude. This is happening. This is
Holy
happening. Watch,
shit.
watch. There's gonna be a black cloud.
Can
and
you
then-
imagine that?
what
You're out there
the-
sipping a White Claw.
Yeah,
you're out there enjoying a mango White Claw
Yes,
out on the boat on a
mango,
hot summer day.
Maybe watermelon. You know, if you're a, if
Could
you're
be black
a,
cherry.
if you're a savant.
A true connoisseur
Of
of
the
White
White
Claw
Claw.
knows that the watermelon
A
is
White
the only
Claw
way to go.
sommelier.
And then all of a sudden, and you're hearing thunder over Michigan all day long. There's jet
Yeah.
fighters fucking blowing up the fucking sonic boom all day long. And then all of a
Right.
sudden, here comes one. It's flying way too low. It looks weird. And then all of a sudden, you hear two pilots shooting out and then parachutes.
Holy shit, man.
And then all of a sudden, that plane is going towards those apartment buildings. And then you see a giant
Damn,
black
dude.
cloud. It's insane that no one was hurt.
That's
it
wild.
really is.
There are a
God
pretty
damn.
good amount of deaths at those type of shows every year.
yeah.
Like all the Blue Angel type shows.
Yeah.
They're
One of
flying
these things like
so
a year ago
fucking
or
close.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yep. That shit's always fucking
Wild,
crazy.
man.
They brought back the one finally in Muskegon. Muskegon had a fucking really big air show for a
Yeah.
long time. No, my cat's going crazy over there. Usually those blankets are not supposed to be on there, but yeah, she's crazy. She's having fun. She's on the pod. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I'd if I were.
Fuck me too.
Oh my god! You guys ever do like a third hour where you're absolutely hammered and you put it out anyway?
Yeah, every time.
Almost exclusively to start.
Have you heard the show?
You know what? Honestly, so like after my first time here, I was like, I subscribed on
At least we got
YouTube
the sub.
and all that YouTube and
Yeah.
the other whatever my
Yeah.
preferred platforms.
Also available on Spotify, Apple,
Stitcher,
iTunes,
yep.
I think. There.
Yep. So Google Play or YouTube Music or whatever.
Is now
Yeah.
freshly up now. It's freshly on
We're gonna have to-
Amazon.
You have to start getting
Audible.
video.
I know.
Yeah.
We're coming
For the
It's coming.
YouTubes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Slowly.
I think I could probably get you some celebs.
Yeah.
I know
Bring 'em
you've
on.
had a
What's up?
couple now in the comedy world.
Well, I've
but
had Nick Hagen here several times.
yeah, other than Nick though.
This is.
But honestly,
yeah.
there's a couple people I know that I might be able to make some shit happen.
What
for
are you doing? Hook us up.
I'll do my best.
Grab some of those business cards.
Yeah,
brother.
take the business
Distribute
cards with
those.
you.
Business guy.
Chuck those bad boys out like candy, son.
But like, I mean, I've promoted shows for like Evergrey and Voyager. Voyager's huge now, but like,
Fucking. Yeah.
yeah.
I've never heard of him. I don't know what that is.
So they recently did they win it? They won like Euro. What? Their version of American Idol.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes. What the
Euro something.
Why can't I think of the
Eurovision?
Yes.
Eurovision.
No.
Yeah, Eurovision contest. You know the movie with Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
I'm the Eurovision.
Yeah,
they were
actual
on that
thing,
show.
yeah.
They won it.
Yeah.
Damn.
won it.
Dude. Okay.
And and they're from Australia, and they're
They're
great.
fucking awesome.
They're fucking great.
And ISD
They're-
open
We do
for
have a
them.
huge
Yeah,
European
literally.
following, so that would probably be a natural tie into the show,
So-
to be clear. That'd be chillish, dude.
I mean, I should. Anytime that any of these bands that are coming along, I should probably see if I can get them to come out here.
Yeah, they would no doubt fly from Australia just to come here and do this show. Without
No, if they're already here on tour, bro.
like, look, the pool's open, guys. Come on over.
He's like a entertainment lawyer too.
We got a whole bunch of
Alex?
Fosters over here.
The
Like,
singer for
Ashley.
Voyager. He's like an entertainment lawyer.
Oh yeah, Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
I think Nick, maybe you sent me these guys at one point. Or
Voyager
something.
fucking.
Yeah, no,
and I
they're
probably
hard.
didn't.
What
watch
kind
it.
of stuff is it? Like
It's like
music-wise?
it's synth
pop
metal.
prog metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Synth metal.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
He plays a guitar.
They're awesome live.
Oh, fucking love
Yeah.
that, bro.
No,
Need more
live,
guitar.
like you hear them. You hear the albums and they're good. The songs are catchy and like the production's really good and like yeah, this is good. This is like definitely good. But when you see them live, it's like it all clicks and like you're just like oh shit yeah, dude, these guys are great.
I would shit myself seeing somebody play a guitar
and he
live.
doesn't.
dude.
He
Fucking
doesn't just
incredible,
play it.
man.
He
Kevin
fucking
Shaner, man.
Shreds.
Yeah.
Shout out
shreds.
to Kevin Shaner. Holloway.
Yeah,
we fucking
baby.
had the guitar going.
Ah, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
oh, yeah,
man.
yeah. He used to come on and do that solo in the one song in
Talking
on the
guitars
guitar.
and his
He still
Amelia
got his
Whisper,
guitar,
baby.
I think.
Gotta have it. Dude.
Yeah,
Why are you not
yeah.
utilizing more
His,
of that?
I keep telling Pete like get a guitar. You
Yeah,
fucking
It's a
bitch.
crucial admission.
Could be in a pussy and get a goddamn guitar.
That's what I'm
If you're
saying,
playing
dog.
fucking keyboards and you don't have a guitar, you're fucking up the
Yeah.
whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're actually reversing the keyboard in music.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah. It's a regression of
Yeah,
keyboard.
you
Yeah,
fucking asshole.
yeah, man. Shaner would come on and do that fucking solo that he did in that one song and fucking on the guitar with both hands and whatever. And
We need to
fucking-
get Shaner as a pseudo Paul Schaefer type figure out here. Just guitar riffs
No,
after
you-
the news bits and
You
shit.
guys need a house band. That's all it is.
We really do. We
Yeah,
got the
baby.
E-kit right here.
Yeah.
There's a little amp over here
That'd
too.
be incredible.
Max Weinberg, you ain't got shit on this.
Hey,
That
Shaner,
would
did you
be
see this one? Did you hear about this? Apparently, the clouds around Neptune.
What? No.
Oh, gee, that's terrible, man. So I got this fucking Ross amp over here, and apparently this is some brand from the 70s or something, because I'm getting all these emails now. You guys getting this shit from Sweetwater?
Justin Sunday.
Ross effects coming back and all this stuff. And I'm like, sweet.
I'm coming back.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's that brand. I bought that amp literally because it's got my name on it. Sounds like shit, you know, like oh yeah, it's a Ross amp. I'm buying that for sure.
Those guys don't fuck around when it comes to email marketing, bro.
Dude.
I get blown up with shit from
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater for buying this
Sweetwater,
fucking
man.
thing.
Bro,
They're all over.
rest in peace.
Unrelenting.
Rest in peace to my guy. I had a guy at Sweetwater that was like,
Yeah.
when I bought my guitar.
Your
like,
rep, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess what? Apparently he ain't there anymore. Emailed him today.
Pouring out.
Yeah, and because I need to buy a case for my guitar, which when I bought the guitar, it didn't come with a case.
Which is bullshit.
Fuck you,
Huge,
Jackson.
Huge pet
I don't even want your endorsement.
Huge
Actually, fuck
pet
you.
peeve of mine. Yep.
Yeah, like that's super stupid.
Yeah, it's weak sauce.
Like you want me to destroy
Oh,
your
we're
product?
keeping costs
Okay.
down. Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking eat a bag
assholes.
of dicks, dude.
A
You know how
giant
much a
bag.
Jackson case costs by itself? $220.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah,
you. What the
yeah.
Damn, dude.
You know every other major brand of guitars. When you buy a guitar from them, you know what they do? They give you a case, you asshole.
Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, my guy's not there. I sent him an email and I got the the thing, the undelivered or
Yeah. Yeah,
rest in
man.
peace, Todd Cotton.
Indeed. Yeah, I got my fucking main dude there. He's fucking drove strings up here to Grand Rapids.
Really?
From fucking, yeah. He also, I custom ordered those toms on that kit down there through my guy. And it was like kind of a big deal. And like people have been like, you can't actually get those drums in that size. And I'm like, well, I did, bitch. Like, yeah, I fucking.
Maybe you can, motherfucker.
Yeah, like my Sweetwater rep, dude. We're tight.
I'm kind
man.
of a big deal.
My guy's the fucking man, dude. Nick, you were gonna work there for a minute, weren't you?
Yeah,
trying to
You
back in the
were?
day.
You were going to move
I
to
had
Fort Wayne?
I had a pretty big interview.
You were going to hang out with Nick DiVirgilio?
2007. I had an interview and they didn't hire me.
That's Really?
Really?
Yeah, fucking stupid.
Yeah. Now they're like trying to get anybody they can to work there. I'm getting their fucking, please work here, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just want salesmen.
Yeah. I know. It's just
And I could crush in sales, but I don't want to do it because
same.
yeah,
Fuck that.
I could not crush in sales, and I also don't want to do it.
But you know what? But you know what? Like if I were to work at Sweetwater, you know what my biggest downfall would be? I'm not a gear guy.
Well, that'll do it.
That would seem to be problematic.
People would be like, "Hey, what do you think? Dual rectifier, triple rack?" I'd be like, "Yep."
It's all kind of the same.
Sounds like guitar.
Day,
Hey, you know what, man? It's all about your sound. So just
Actually, if you head up to Guitar Center, they probably have the same thing for like 20% less. You can get it right now. You don't have to pay for shipping.
The old Guitar Center rental program.
Nick's just being a bitch over
I'm trying
here.
to drive home too. But...
Yeah, we'll see how the night goes.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, dude, we were talking last week. Apparently, some kid in Saranac lost his hand in a meat packing accident.
Yeah,
That
I was
sounds like a
I
Saranac
better
thing.
talk to Nick about that.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
I was doing a joke about it. He's like, "Oh shit, I forgot you were from there." So I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit, they gotta
still
ask Nick
live
about
there.
it the next time he's there."
Tell me more. What happened?
So there was some meat packing plant, and there was this 17-year-old kid that was working there, and his boss was telling him repeatedly,
Oh,
"Don't do
he
X,
just got
Y, Z."
Oh yeah, and he didn't get convicted for negligence.
Yeah, they put him on trial and stuff.
Yeah.
He got off, which, I don't know the
Who wouldn't
situation,
get
but
off
if
in
you
that
put your
situation?
fucking hand in a meat grinder, that kind of seems like it's on you at that point.
Oh, where's the thing?
Yeah. I don't know what to say, but it sounds pretty accurate for Saranac.
Yeah, it's pretty dead on.
Farm town, etc., etc.
Oh, Saranac. Going through Saranac reminds me of The Walking Dead or something. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Gotta hunker down.
Also accurate.
Honestly, this is no lie. I constantly check Zillow to see if there's a house for sale near Saranac.
Dude, if you want me to look,
You could buy the whole town.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Dude. I can write a check to buy the town right now, dude.
No, I could.
No, actually, our property
kidding.
values are higher than average.
Everywhere is higher than average.
Well, like if you're saying Saranac compared to Ionia, Saranac is a lot higher than
We are really breaking down.
Oof. Rural Michigan, boy. That's I don't know.
Rural Michigan real
big
estate.
gap there.
We got 7 prisons in Ionia.
Is that enough? Or
No, it's the perfect amount.
Jackson.
they've done the math. Enough to know.
Down to that fucking prison in Jackson. Y'all ever check that shit out? Those are
Oh,
the
yeah.
big ones, dude. Oh yeah.
No.
What's that mean?
I mean, no.
Ah, Nick.
It's like, yeah, I got people.
Did a 3 to 5 year stint up there a few years
Yeah, I
back.
pulled a dime down there in Jackson.
Misunderstand.
Down in Jackson.
You ain't lived until you put a bag of meth up your ass.
Let me tell you.
I went down to Jackson for a job interview back in the day when I was trying to find a real job, and I went down there to some print
Shout
shop
out
or
to
something.
Ross's current employer.
And fucking drove it because it's literally Jackson's basically just a prison with a small town.
Yeah, with a small little downtown. Hey, they got an Amtrak stop.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Isn't meth a big problem thing down there? It's
Probably.
a big meth
Yeah,
area.
Well, yeah.
The country
Anywhere-
club there
Yeah.
was really nice.
Well, there you go.
I have a buddy that
Is where you
invited
were-
me there.
That's
and
where
it
you were
was-
selling the meth.
It was a great time. Thank you for the invite.
They got a pretty badass looking rub and tug you can see from the highway that I always think about stopping off to when I'm on my way.
Stop
over
off
there.
Asian massage.
The Lion's Den, of course.
I had a buddy that I used to work with back in the day that did a brief stint as a peep show booth bodyguard for one of those,
Whoa.
the Velvet Touch.
Whoa.
The Velvet Touch, you know those places they
Yeah.
got live
Oh,
women
I
in the
know those
booth. You had to go in there and
places.
just hey buddy, keep it clean.
Oh my God.
cetera,
We
yeah.
got to get him on the pod to tell those stories. And what a job.
Shout
what a
out,
career.
What a career.
My boy Jerome. That's shows.
Dude. God damn it. I never had no job that fucking crazy, man.
What's the craziest bullshit job you guys have ever had back in the day? You ever had some wild gig like that?
I never had a lot of bullshit jobs, luckily. Like, I mean, like, I sold fucking Nintendo. They weren't real Nintendo. They were called the Power Player or some shit. They were shaped like an N64 controller. And you plugged it directly into the TV, and it had it was supposed to be has 200 games, but
Those
it only had
popular now.
30 games.
50 of them actually worked.
And this was before. There's real ones now, which I actually want to get one for here in the lounge so you can fucking play shit. And but this was before those were real, and they were legit knockoffs that and Nintendo was trying to fucking sue the shit out of all these. It was just coming straight from fucking China, So yeah, I sold those things for a minute in the mall, and also race cars for the same. It was literally at a kiosk in the mall, and one time a dude sold out of all the Power Player things, and then he sold the TVs sitting there too. He just sold everything.
My friend.
Yep. It's a great deal. Yep. That was it.
I got to bring over, my brother got me this Atari emulator with the legit old school Atari joystick with 200 games on it.
Frogger.
That thing's badass. You come over here and fucking lay down some Frogger.
I think the most bullshit job I had, I did telemarketing for a second.
Yeah, I did some of that
gig,
too.
Dude.
And so this was we were selling vacuums of all things. And we would it's always a con. And so our script was you would call the customer, and this is back when people would answer for some fucking reason.
Yeah, indeed.
And they would answer, and hello, I'm so-and-so from X company, and you have the chance of winning this vacuum if you can answer this question correctly. And it was which Hollywood star won an Academy Award for Best Picture? And every single answer was a correct answer.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when they give you the answer, you give them the spiel, and they'd be like, okay, great. But I worked there for a week, and I was like, fuck you guys, this is retarded. Oh shit, don't cancel me. But anyway, so I remember one time though, I did the whole thing. I was going through the script, and I'm asking this guy, okay, which Academy Award winning actor won for Best Picture? And I list off all the actors, whoever they were, and he goes, didn't all of them win? I was like, fuck. Nope, there's only one correct answer, sir.
He's like, this is
I'm
Steven
Googling it
Spielberg.
as we speak. It's clearly all three of them.
Nah, this is before Google. I mean, it was just 99, 98.
So I had a buddy that was selling those choice vacuums door to door. I don't remember what they were called.
The rainbow.
Rainbow vacuums.
Door to door.
So he's doing a sale, right? And he's in this lady's living room. And while he's giving the presentation, he rips ass, man. And he farts. And she goes, what is that smell? Is that the vacuum? So he's got a decision to make. Do I claim it, or do I blame it on the broken vacuum? He's like, oh, man, that was me. I farted. But the vacuum's tremendous. Yeah, really owned it.
What I remember him saying about that story was he's got them on the couch, and he's demonstrating it in front, and he kind of squats down to use the vacuum, and he rips ass. But what I remember of the story was not that. I remember him literally just packing up and leaving. That's what I thought.
I thought he threw down.
I thought it was just well, okay, see you later.
Can you imagine just fucking right in someone's living room?
I went to a training for that. I got sucked in on a job ad, and I was like, we can make $500 a week, blah blah blah. So I'll go into the thing, and I did fucking the morning training until
selling
lunch.
coupon books.
Oh yeah.
This was for the rainbow vacuum
before.
And I was like, nope. I fucking left at lunch and did not go back. I was like, this is not for me. This is a fucking weird cult.
I got sucked into those. I got sucked into the Cutco knives.
Yeah.
I did the interview for that. I was like, oh, it's one of these.
Yeah.
And then my other buddy brings me into this thing this one time, and it was the most pyramid of schemes, dude. Yeah. I shit you not. This guy is drawing their business model on a whiteboard.
It's like Jim in the office.
It is a literal pyramid. He goes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this looks just like pyramid. I'm like, yes, because this is clearly a fucking scam, dude.
I did.
I know a pyramid when I see one.
I also did fucking in the same thing. Do you guys know what Primerica is?
Yep. Insurance pyramid scheme.
Yup. And my fucking one of my best friends at the time, fucking he got sucked into it, and then he brought me into it, and I like paid money to like go to the training, like paid money.
Ridiculous.
And then we get all the way up to like the final test or whatever, and then he bails. Like to be fair, was just the move, and like so like I did that for like a week or whatever too, but that was just like the dumbest shit ever. Did you got any answer, Nick, on if you had a fucking stupid ass job? Because I got another telemarketing store.
Oh fuck! You.
Nick's like,
just
no,
caught me off guard.
I'm great. I've been good at everything I've ever done.
He's like, I work at a meat packing plant for a little bit.
Yeah. I got nothing.
No. So I did fucking this thing for a while. It was like telemarketing, but it was like a survey, quote unquote. But it was all a big insurance scam. So here's what the scam was you called old people and asked them basically about what their insurance was. And then they took those and sold those as leads to insurance salesmen, basically, right?
So I take it back. I worked for an acai berry company for a while. And I was a customer service representative.
In fairness, the antioxidant properties of acai berries are
It was colon cleansing acai berry.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I get down for both of those.
Indeed. So at this fucking gig, and I worked there for like probably 8 months or something like that doing this shit because it was super easy to begin with, and then they kept making it like harder and harder for you to like get your pay or whatever, but that's beside the point. But what we used to do, there was like 4 rooms of telemarketers, probably like 8 to 12 people in a room. And we used to do this thing every day where we would like pick a movie, and we'd do this game where we would like introduce ourselves like from that movie. So it'd be like, today was Star Wars, and you'd call and you'd go, hello, ma'am. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi calling from the, and it was called the American Senior Association, which is this bullshit. And we go, but you do it so fast that they don't know, or it'd be like today's Matrix Day. So it's like, good afternoon, sir. How are you? This is Morpheus calling you from the American Senior Association. We'd like to talk to you about your insurance. This is not a sales call. We're just doing a survey to check your coverage, like doing this whole shit. So like that was the fucking game, which was really goddamn fun, honestly. But shit got out of control. That we had like some sort of, I don't know if it was a swear jar or a something, but there was a jar of change in the room I worked in, and one of the managers was like this ex-con motherfucker who came out, and he broke into the place, literally like smashed the window and like stole our change jar and shit. And it turned out this motherfucker had been like in prison, probably in Jackson.
He's in the Jackson penitentiary.
And dude, shit was just like wild. That was the and I ended up getting fired, which was hilarious. I don't even remember. I think it was just performance because they kept making it like harder and harder. You had to get like so many things and whatever. And I would just, I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was just checked out, so like, then I was kind of friends with the other manager. Like she was nice, or whatever. And like, she called me in but they fired like everybody like that week. There was like, it was just fucking absolute ridiculous shit, I went in, I remember being on mushrooms in the place, and shit like that, like it was just fucking absolute ridiculous.
The firing is starting to make more and more sense. Like, I had no idea. I really thought I was a model employee.
Nope. Nobody gave a fuck,
They're not supposed to.
No, it was absolute joke. But
like that's
also
a
scam, I think they might have got fucking shut down by that because it was like, it was a very sketch.
Have you seen the telemarketer show on HBO that just came out?
No, I just put it in the
fucking, you gotta watch
it.
It's fucking great. This is what this makes me think of.
Is it like a show or like a documentary?
It's a documentary. Like these guys were filming this company from way back in the 90s and how all they're doing all this corrupt shit,
right?
And then they're now bringing it to light.
Yep,
it's crazy.
It was a real free for all back in the day.
There's a guy on YouTube now that like hacks into the India call centers.
I watched that dude. Yeah.
I got a call from one of those guys today, actually.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like a number that was like close to the area code,
Yeah, that's how they do it now, man.
Yeah, of course I forgot what they call that, but so like, and my truck's in for service, so I'm thinking maybe it's this call is for that. So I pick it up. And it was like, of course, some guy, hello, my name is David. And I'm like, and I literally,
Hey, David.
and he goes, I am calling for whatever. I don't even remember what he said. I'm calling for what. I'm like, dude, you're fucking full of shit. You're fucking lying. And he goes, why would you say that? I'm not lying. And he goes, fuck you for saying that. Now I sound more like Borat, but yeah.
Well, we were doing this shit where like the call lists you had were like on physical pieces of paper, and you would just like go up to the desk and like get the next paper.
Yeah.
But then when we ran out of those, we would start literally going to the do not call list and just start calling, because they were all marked like DNC. And so like after you did the ones, you would just fucking go to the do not call list and just start calling those.
There's
Hey,
no
Bill.
more soul-crushing work than the cold calls. Man.
Dude, it was
fucking punishing,
dude.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
cold calls and door-to-door sales, like, fuck
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotta be the worst.
Does door-to-door sales even exist anymore? Is that
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
is it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Who's doing
Vivint.
that?
Vivint.
What's that?
They're like a, Simply Safe?
Yeah.
They're like the door-to-door version of it.
Okay.
They do the same shit. I remember when I first bought my house, this is like 3.5 years ago or whatever, and like I just bought the goddamn thing, and some dude walks up. He's like, "Oh, hey, I noticed you got a little."
Yeah.
And like it was an old,
that kind
it
of
was
thing,
an old
right.
like Comcast or Infinity
Yeah.
security monitoring thing.
Yep,
It's still in
yep.
my yard now. I don't
Yep.
have it. I never have, but I leave it there. And he's like, I noticed you have that. I was thinking maybe we could up it. And I have a Ring doorbell, and he's like,
Yeah.
we could change that out for it. I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. No soliciting sign immediately on my door.
Yep.
After that, yeah.
He's like, I've actually been spying on you and watching you
Yeah,
jack off
yeah,
from your
yeah.
bushes for the last 3
He's like,
days.
actually, I think Instagram's not a really great place to, jerk off from. Or, I don't.
Yeah, I've had, actually, now that you're saying it, I've had people hit me up here. I fucking left because we just bought this place, and I fucking leave the garage, and a motherfucker rolls up on me on a Segway. He's fucking out there on one of those things, door to door and it up.
Shut up. Was he wearing a helmet?
Hell no. But I don't even remember what he was telling, but it was the same kind of shit, some kind of security or whatever the fuck.
You kind of maybe.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how long you been waiting? And I seriously think he was like waiting here for me. Like they know like when houses sell and like shit like that. And like the same thing, they give them the
always
list
know.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy. Like, oh god, that's brutal. We had a fucking dude. Were you there for this in Kalamazoo? We had a dude come over and test the water.
This sounds vaguely familiar.
It's time for you to invest in a water softener
Yes.
system.
Spoiler alert, it's Kalamazoo water.
It was
Sounds dog
terrible.
shit, though, yeah,
but it's
not
like,
good.
they offer it for free, come test your water. So I'm like, all right, come do it, And fucking this dude shows, and we're 18, and this guy must have been like 21. You know what I mean? Like he's just, and so he comes over and he does this whole fucking thing. And first of all, the dishes are fucking piled up. The kitchen is rancid. You know what I'm saying?
Shit
It's
everywhere,
it's
food
just
stains.
awful. And so like he's trying to like do he does all this, he does it all and everything. And I'm just like, I literally start talking to the guy. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy anything you do. And I'm like, and he's like, he starts unloading on me about like, this is the worst job I've ever had. He's like, I gotta go now. I gotta go back to the van and I gotta call. You know how they make you do it where like you gotta go and you gotta call in and like
Micromanage the fuck out of them,
like it was just fucking
You're
hilarious.
just like, bro, we're going to take care of the feces in the corner before worrying about water quality anytime in the near future.
I'm like, well, I guess the water's it's all right, whatever.
Oh yeah, ignore the shit in the corner, Dave. Had a bad night, man.
Put some bullshit pH thickeners like, sweet Jesus Christ, this is the worst I've ever seen.
Dude, I've had
Calls the office, clear the rest of my appointments.
Yeah, cancel them. I've actually had that happen. Like I was getting basement waterproofing quotes, and some guy comes out and he's like, he's got this monitor and it just like beeps really loudly.
Yeah,
you got a lot of moisture right here. And what really sucks is like, since being in the trades now, I've learned he was so full of shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
We totally didn't need that system, but we paid for it.
It's the equivalent of some ghost hunter bullshit with some
Exactly.
fake
Indeed.
handheld thing. It's like, oh yeah, the ectoplasm readings over here off the charts in this corner of the basement.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Tony's taking a text right now.
Sorry, we're good.
It's actually the waterproofing guy on the
Yeah,
phone
so
right
what
now.
he heard me already call him out.
You gotta feel for those poor bastards, though, man. Like everybody's got to make a living somehow. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck, that's
Sure,
a real hard
yeah.
way to do so.
Because
Door
you
to
know,
door, though.
there's like a fine line between like being a fucking shyster and like an honest guy.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I would err on being like honest and just like real.
Yeah.
Like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to sell you something,
Me too.
I'm gonna try to sell it, even if you don't need it. I'm gonna try to get you to buy it, but at the same time, I'm gonna be like, you know, you don't necessarily need this. There's a little, like, let's say if I was the basement waterproofing guy, yeah, there's a little moisture here, but I'm not getting it anywhere else. But you know, you got it here. So I mean, if you want to get it, you can. If not, you know,
Yeah.
you could have a problem in the future. You
Yeah.
never know.
I'm the same way. You want to like sleep at night a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. I can't not just be real. And a guy I
exactly.
work with now got fired from fucking like AC sales or whatever, fucking because he would like tell people like, nah, you don't need a whole new unit. We could just replace this or whatever. When they wanted him to be like, you got to replace this entire fucking unit, you know?
So they fired him for being honest.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And this dude's like super like Christian or whatever, and I don't know if that matters, but it's like he's just that guy, you know. So he
Yeah.
like couldn't like tell people like, you know, like I know that I can just replace this part for $50 and this thing will work again, you know, instead of being like, yeah, it's $6,000
You need a
to
whole new
replace this
unit,
whole
yeah.
new unit, you know. So they fucking fired him.
Well, you know, that sucks because what sucks is like if you're gonna be honest and not try to bullshit someone into buying something they don't necessarily need, you're playing the long game because eventually these people are gonna stay loyal to you because they've figured out that, oh, okay, this guy's being honest with me. I'm only replacing this $50 part, but when the whole thing dies, I'm calling him to
Right,
replace
right,
it.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
you're playing
Yeah.
the long game, which you know, when this guy gets fired, is well, he didn't play the short game, and now
Yeah.
he got fired for it, and now you're not going to have a customer ever.
Yeah.
So
And it's also just like, well, this probably isn't the line of work for me.
there's also that.
You know,
there's
that's
also
kinda
that.
what it comes down to. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not really going to do this. I'm not going to be asked to just come out here and just straight up lie to
Yeah.
people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had to do that. Actually, we were talking about your friends who had the popcorn business, and she wanted me to, or she wanted a website made. And so I was like talking to her about it. It was the same thing. I'm like, listen, you're already 75% of the way there. For me to do this for you is going to cost so much money, and like just do this and this and you're going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't
Yeah.
want to take, you know, like I'm not trying to do that.
You don't need to
you know?
bullshit you
Yeah,
into spending more money than you have to.
And also I'm lazy. I'm like, I don't want to.
Well, there's also that.
Yeah, like-
but yeah, sure, you're lazy, but
Yeah.
also it wasn't necessary. so-
Exactly. I'm just like, I don't want to do this. You're good. You're like, you're good. You already got this. Or like,
Yeah.
you just go to this website builder. You're fine. Like, what I'm going to make for
Yeah.
you, you're going to spend 10 times
Yeah,
more. And like,
exactly.
it's not going to do any more good. So,
But who knows? Now maybe that might end up paying off for you later. You
I don't know.
Maybe she'll be like, hey, you
Yeah.
know what? These automated websites were fine, but now I need someone who really knows how to build a website.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Maybe
You
in
never know.
karma points. I'm trying to rack up those karma points. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, those are valuable. Those are valuable.
Gotta dig
hope so.
yourself out of that hole at some point.
I
here,
know.
my friend.
I know. All the terrible shit I did back in the day.
Speaking of terrible shit, dude, I saw this one. This blew my mind. All right.
One of my favorite fucking.
So
Segues.
this guy's wife, right, comes to him. This man has a dying wife. She's got 8 months left to live. She says, honey, my dying wish is I want to fuck my ex one last time.
I was like, this is a setup. For a joke.
And this poor motherfucker is sitting there going, do I let my wife bang this guy for her dying wish? Or do I shut that shit
Weird.
down? He'd soak it in a little bit.
What did he do?
I don't think they did anything yet. I think it's still an open-ended.
Where is this coming? Where did you
Well,
do
this is a true
well, hold
story.
on, though.
Of course, though, it's a 9-month-old story, so the situation might have resolved itself at this
Indeed.
point.
Ew.
Oh, what? Where
It
did
was
you
some
hear
like
this?
it was some thing that was on Reddit and then became a subreddit,
Yeah.
and I
Right,
came
right,
across
right,
an
right.
article on Twitter
Like,
/X or whatever. the
Do
fuck
I,
it is now.
do I let my wife?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
there's more than one way to fuck your ex. There's
Yeah.
physical penetration, and then there's like ruining their lives by doing something which I would love to do with my ex. I'd love to fuck her over, or you know what I'm saying.
Either
It'd be
way.
Great. Yeah.
Either
That's
way,
a tough
you know?
spot to be in for that guy. Tough spot.
It was a tough spot for that guy.
I mean, goddamn, how good is this guy in the sack?
Yeah.
Kind of
And she
hog
just
is this
laid it
guy
out because this
rolling?
bitch is like on her deathbed. She doesn't give a fuck. She's just going, he fucked me way better. There's a real physical connection that I never had with you. And this guy's just sitting there with a
And
single
he's like,
tear.
well, I'm gonna go ahead and kill myself. real quick."
Yeah. I would probably just, take the old pillow and just fucking, get the job done, you know?
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
she died of natural causes. Probably.
And then one more random one. So I'm leaving the podcast last week, right? Stop into the gas station.
All fucked up, by the way.
To grab me some snacky snacks. I was sober by the time I left. I would like the record to show that.
Yeah, but you passed,
Some
he
dry
passed
cookie
out
crisp.
on the couch.
I was
and
responsible
shit.
human beings.
Yeah,
That's how I roll. So I walk into this gas station and somebody's blaring some hardcore gangster rap. I'm like, all right, this is
West
pretty
Coast,
choice.
I'm sure.
And right in front of me, this black dude's walking in. So we both walk in about the same time. And I hear him kill the music. I'm like, all right, they're just being respectful of the situation or whatever. They got customers in there. So he's turning this shit down. And I go up to the counter. And it's this little sheepish, 18-year-old white kid. It was a real life Office Space moment.
Yeah.
I was fucking dying, dude.
Yeah.
The dude had me, the black guy's like, no, man, let that shit go, dude. Let it go.
Indeed.
Leave it. Just leave it.
That must have been
pretty
3 in the morning or something.
Oh, yeah, this is getting hyped, dude.
It's like, we passed out and then you were still here passed out. Oh, man.
I made myself at home.
Yeah, indeed. Well, what do you think, boys? About that time to wrap it up tonight.
Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and hit every button on the thing there?
You want to hear some more of these song clips here, dude?
Let's go, Jerry. Go!
Smash!
Oh, that's the one I remember.
Crucial Kai sounder, dude.
Yeah.
We got to get the horn, man. This is top
I
priority.
know. I got a bunch of song clips, like I got a list
Ready?
of shit, more ones that I need to get. I'm actually thinking about getting a whole other board.
Yeah.
Multiple
Yeah, baby.
just
Gotta
song
have
clips
it.
over.
Dude. Multiple unlabeled boards to choose from, dude.
This one still has fucking beer stains all over it when he spit all over it. He did a spit take and fucking
no.
spit all over the fucking thing.
Yeah, why wipe it off when you could just not?
He was talking about the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina scent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Which, to be fair, is fucking hilarious.
Indeed.
All right, none of you guys got anything coming up, huh? No shows? Bunch of fucking losers up in here. Bunch of old guys playing in bands. None of us
We
got
didn't
any
really
gigs.
talk about it. We're going to record his album in a couple weeks.
That's coming. That's coming.
So,
If people want to listen to that album when we put it out, we're recording it did we actually confirm that? October 5, 6, 7?
It's happening in December 2024. We're going to be tracking drums for the new ISD record. Well, what you should do is you should go watch the fucking Sun Will Always Set lyric video.
Yeah, one of the best lyric videos of all time.
And also the Elvis comedy
Burning Love
video.
There's a guy that eats a bunch of bananas.
The
with
three
peel
of
and all.
us in that glorious video.
Not good.
All right, boys, let's fucking call it a day on this shit.
Okay, love you guys.
All
Thanks.
right.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.
Peace.